So, as I said, welcome to the very first session, I guess, full in the Call of the Netherdeep campaign as we finish the Unwelcome Spirits adventure from the Explorer's Guide to Wildmount. Okay, and now everybody's here, which is great. So I know, so you're in the town of Jigao. You made your way there. I'll show you where exactly you are on the map. So you arrived, this is where we started in Urzon. You followed basically along the course of the Ethelon River to Jigao, which is where we are now. And I'll show you the art for Jigao. I know some people missed this last time. So this is the scenes that you see around me. Jigao it's an amalgamation of coastal villages, really. It was originally settled by nomadic clans of orcs and goblins. But now Jigao, kind of slightly unusual for the Jorhasian reason, is also home to humans, orcs, goblins, ogres, all manner of creatures. Now the villages of Jigao are vaguely put together in three areas. There's the Meatwaters, the main dock areas on the shore of the Ethelon River, the Wet Walks, which is a collection of houses, and the third area, the Jumble, which is where you find yourself now. It's a collection of houses. Some of them are on stilts. The ones that are closest to the marshlands are on the stilts. And this whole area that you're in here is fairly densely populated. You see the odd horizon-back turtle as you wander through the festival. There's a whole bunch of them over here in this area, but we'll get to that in a second. So, you have entered Jumble, a large district of tangle roads and single-story buildings in the town of Jingao. Throngs of people, most of them orcs and goblins, move through the street, laughing, singing, running and sightseeing. All are enthralled by the raucous sights and sounds of the town's Festival of Merit. You hear snippets of conversation as people pass by. A gobbling mother telling her children not to go near the baby horizon-back tortoises. A drow guard in shining insecticide armor complaining to his partner that his gauntlet was crushed by a hulking orc while arm wrestling. And a pair of young orcs in swimwear hollering as they rush towards the banks of the Ethelon River. All around you, colourful signs and banners point towards festival booths surrounded by cheering people. On this street alone, you can see a meat pie eating contest near a shop mounted on the back of a massive tortoise. And on the other side of the road, a banner emblazoned with the words, "Riddles and Rhymes, Unbeatable Riddles." The banner points towards a 3-story temple in the city of the Jumble. The town is yours to explore. Where do you want to go? Now you'll notice these rather odd markers on the map, J1, J2. Those are areas where there are festival events to be happening. I thought it'd be easier just to show you. So mighty band of adventurers, as yet unnamed adventurers, as you enter the town of Jigao and the Festival of Merit, what would you like to do?
Oh, riddles?
You mentioned there
Anyone?
was someone saying something about arm wrestling.
Do you, Caspian, the riddles, you notice, are at J7. So right here is the riddles one, kind of bordered to a tower. Arm wrestling is right over here.
When we come out of the tavern we're at and we look to the left, what's at J5 in those fields? What do we see?
At J5, you see... Oops. You see it's a paddy fields of rice. And there's a goblin shouting out in a voice, "You know how it goes! First team to harvest this rice from this section wins!" Rice paddy fields here, and the horizon-back turtles are here. At that back.
So when I hear
sounds like free labor.
right, exactly. When I hear that, Bog just goes, "Oh, well, that seems pretty tricky, but free labor indeed." Oh yeah, and Vincent's all. Vincent, you I know you're not feeling so hot, but if you're gonna tag along with us today, what are you feeling like?
I don't know, guys. I think I'm just gonna follow you, and then, yeah, let's have fun. Let's have fun.
Are you hungry?
Not exactly. Just had breakfast here. I'm fine.
Let's
get
go.
started.
Let's
Hey,
wait with the meat
I
pie
heard,
contest until there's
uh,
lunch.
but there's arm wrestling, and you've got to buy a new arm. It's the great chance to test it.
Or break it.
Well, you don't know that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, let's try it. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go work up an appetite, and then I kind of pat my belly, and I'm like, I think if I work up enough appetite, I think I could have a shot at this meat pie eating contest later.
Yes, that's a great idea. And I guess well, Caspian, if you don't want to join us and really want to go to Riddles, I don't see why we can split.
What's that J? When we look down the street, what's that J1? I know J7 was like the riddles.
Pie eating contest at J1.
So that's the eating contest.
Yep, meat pie eating contest.
Okay.
So, if you want to split off from the group and go do riddles, I'll go with you. But I would rather stay together. This is kind of a new area for me.
Yeah, let's just go down the street here to the riddles, and then we can go eat some meat pies when we're feeling hungry.
I mean, they're both on the same street. No reason we can't do both.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, then let's first do
is
the
is
arm
that,
wrestling. You guys go all out. Then we do some riddles, and I think then it should be time for lunch.
Edward is
All right.
already rushing.
Let's do arm wrestling.
Didn't even wait for the rest of the sentence.
Arm wrestling, riddles, and then the eat pie.
Okay, as we're walking to the arm wrestling, Bog will be like, "Okay, everybody. So, I can help. I can help with some guidance if we need it on any of these activities, and I also have a spell that can help. You know, whether that makes you faster or stronger or a little more cunning or wise. Just let me know." And Bog's like really pumped up. He's feeling the competitive spirit for sure.
But isn't that cheating?
He's
I mean,
lit.
if they found out, then it's cheating. If they don't, then
I guess we'll see. I won't ask them specifically if you don't.
My friend Edward, the thing you need to know is that in certain towns, there's no such thing as cheating. It's only winning and losing.
And I guess we're about to find out.
Okay, so off to the arm wrestling.
arm wrestling is which letter? J6.
The wrestling is J4. Arm wrestling is J4.
Okay, J4.
Oh,
Okay. And as we kind of walk towards J4 down that street, what do we see at J6 as we pass?
J6 is there's a whole lot of horizon-back turtles, but these are very juvenile ones.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And then-
while we walk, Daku would like to kind of glance around, see if there's anybody who doesn't look like they belong, or just looks very out of place.
okay,
Besides us.
Besides us.
Okay, make a perception check. First roll of the official new campaign. Set the tone 16. It's a pretty good tone.
Not bad.
You do see one person kind of looking at you. from a distance, and as you look, she kind of gives you a nod in your direction, just curt little nod as you see her and she sees you, and then she starts heading off to the dock districts. It looks like she's a... you can't tell from this distance. She's got blue skin, straggly black hair, kind of tied up in various places, and little tusks. You're not quite sure if she's a tiefling or maybe some sort of water genasi. You're not sure, but she sees you, she nods, and then she heads towards the docks. He kind of looks like Jester. Yeah, kind of looks like Jester. That is true.
Oh, I was keeping that out of game. I didn't want to metagame if it actually was.
No, spoiler, it's not Jester. No characters from any of the Critical Role shows are on this, so it is not Jester.
Understandable. I'm just gonna do a quick kind of Luke Skywalker 2 fingers to the temple little mini salute before turning my attention back to the group.
Okay. So you head over to the arm wrestling competition. And you approach a brick building with a sign that reads Beef Slab Butchers. A simple table and 2 chairs have been set up outside. Both chairs are currently occupied by people wearing the armor of the Aurora Watch. Their elbows braced against the table and their hands locked in an arm wrestling duel. 24 festival watch them silently until slam! The occupant of the left chair pushes his opponent's arm to the table and the crowd erupts in whoops and cheers. Now, as things are getting ready for the next thing, you notice a couple of characters, and you can't help overhearing them. The first is a goblin who looks like this. The second is an ogre who looks like this. And the size difference between them is quite huge. The ogre that you see is a full 12 feet tall. So just huge. And the goblin is of normal goblin size. And the goblin says, "Hey, Maggie, you should really be competing in this. I know you don't want to follow the stereotypes of ogres, and you have your own dreams and hopes, as we all do. But come on, Maggie, you got this. This is so you. Now, don't worry about how people see you. Your personality will come through. You're a lovely person, and just do your best." And Maggie, this hulking orc, says, "Oh, I don't know, damn it. I guess I'll give it a go, but, I have, this is not what the stereotypes I want to perpetrate. People don't want to hear my poetry. People don't want to hear my songs, but I guess I'll give it a go." And then Maggie wanders up to the booth. What do the rest of you do?
Is a female ogre?
Female ogre and a male goblin.
Oh, okay.
And the ogre's going up to the arm wrestling booth, you said?
Mm-hmm.
And is this just like one? Is it just like one table? One person goes up, and there's like 2 people at a time, or are there just like multiple tables, like tournament style?
There's one table. There's just the one table, and a goblin comes up to you guys and says, "So who's interested in competing? Who has got the brawn to beat our defending champion, Marald Bronzefang? Come on. What about you? What about you?
Me.
You?
Me. Edward starts jumping so he gets noticed because he's fairly short.
Is that against the ogre?
I don't care. Bring them. I'll sure to beat them. I'm stronger than any of you.
Well,
Before they go to the table, I don't know if you're gonna allow me to do this, but I kind of want to use the help action and just whisper in his ear. Make sure you squeeze right between the thumb and the pointer finger.
Sure, sure. This is not my first rodeo.
Oh, all right. What's your name, friend?
Edward.
Edward. Okay. Oh, Edward, I've got this. Well, listen. The champion of this is Meryl Bronzefang. She only fights the best of the best. So you're gonna have to, beat this drow lady over here. And this rather serious-looking drow dressed in chitinous armor is kind of, flexing, getting ready to do it. So, yeah, you take on this drow, one other person, and then perhaps then you can do Meryl Bronzefang. I mean, she's your champion. She doesn't just arm wrestle anybody,
Sure. Any hurdle. Drow, ogre, giant, big or small, they'll all fall.
Right you are. Now, he sidles up to Caspian. How do you rate your friend over here? You think he's going to win?
Well, I'm definitely willing to bet on it.
Oh! Well, our normal rates are 5 silver pieces. If you win, you get 10 silver pieces. But me, as the promoter of the event, gets to keep one of the silver pieces. Sounds fair?
Can I join?
Let's raise it up to a gold piece just for fun.
Oh, of course. So what was your name, sir?
Name's-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
My name's Caspian. I'm
Caspian.
betting on my little friend over there.
So 1 gold piece is on Edward. So I'll keep 2 silver if you win. Sounds fair?
Yes. Well, you gotta earn your keep as well now, don't you?
Well, you see, I can tell you're a newcomer in the town, you see. I'm not so much the betting, but if you're prepared to gold piece, my job is to run around this whole area, find someone who wants to bet on his competition, and I handle the transactions between the two of you. So this is what I mean. I run around and I keep 10% of the winnings. So I kind of win either way.
Caspian just smiles at him. Sounds amazing.
I'll be right back.
The arm wrestler, just leave. That's all right. And what's your name, tiefling friend?
I also willing to bet, but yeah. While he goes to the bathroom, I think I can join. And Vincent sits on the table, and
Oh, you're wanting to arm wrestle, friend?
yeah.
Okay, no problem. I can't help but ask. You, sir, he says, pointing to Mr. Jimmy Ducks. What about you? You look like the lucky type. What do you say?
No, mate, I'm quite happy watching what's going on, thank you.
Come on, watching is so much more interesting with a little bit of silver on the table.
Well, maybe, but I've never been here before, so I'm quite interested in what's happening all around, not just wanting to lose some money to a gentleman like yourself.
Oh, you do not have any faith in your friend? Come
To be
on.
fair, I've only just met him, so
Five
I'm going with what I can see.
Okay, you're no fun. And he approaches Joe. I know you've got some gold to spend. I can just tell by looking at you.
Okay, Bog.
That's a Joe. This is Daku. We'll get to Bog. Hey.
Joe is going to reply in Goblin. Oh, sure. I'll raise you a gold piece, but in exchange, I want some information.
I'm listening. He responds in Goblin.
And he'll, kind of like a English thug, he will just flip a coin from his thumb. Gold piece.
So I'm listening. Now be quick. I've got an event to organise. What you want?
I just, I want to know about, Oh, damn! I didn't think I'd get this far. We can. I'll ask you the details if and when my companion here wins. For now, just know you got to bet on gold.
Alright, so a gold piece on your friend?
Yes, sir.
Alright. And you, sir? And he strains his back and looks up at the tall form of Bog. I know your poor Bog's not noted for gambling, but I can tell you're not that type. So, what do you say, friend? Gold piece? 3 gold pieces?
And this is for Vincent, right? Just sit down.
Yeah. Well, first of all, Edward. Your friend Edward is going to have a go.
Well, you know what? I'll do a gold piece for each.
A gold piece for Edward and a gold piece for Vincent. Okay. And he jots this all down in a book. For Ed plus... Okay. I'll be right back. And he gives Edward a slap on the back and says, all right, friend. You're first up.
Sure. Let's go.
Okay, so you approach the arm wrestling table, and it's the classic one, right? There's like a little pad and a little bar for you to hold on to, and then going back. And another goblin actually comes up and says, "All right, so this is the first competition. What's your name, friend?"
Wow, yeah, you're really lacking communication in this booth. My name is Edward.
Edward! Okay, Edward against our drow competitor. Alright. Her name is... I can never pronounce the drow name, so we'll just call her a drow. Sorry, my lady. Alright. And Edward, I assume you pop up, get your arm ready, start flexing your biceps. The drow kind of takes off her gauntlets and her arm plating, so her dark black skin is exposed and you see her muscles bulging. Okay, so what is your strength modifier, Edward?
+3.
So, Edward...
I tried giving him the help action earlier. Would that have been a lot to go, or?
Would Edward have known that before about the trick of pinching thumbs and pinching that point? Is Edward an experienced arm wrestler? Is I guess what I'm wanting to ask you.
Edward is good with puppets, manipulating them with their fingers. I was hoping to use some more dexterity here other than strength. Perhaps apply the pressure at the right place to cause pain.
Okay, so what we'll do, with the help by Darko giving you some pointers, we'll give you a +4 to this roll. Okay, so the drow locks arms with you and looks you in the eye and says, "You know you are going down, don't you, friend? A drow versus a human is never going to be a contest. Are you ready to lose, friend?"
You're right in one end. I'm not going further down. I've been down. From here on is always up, and I'm sorry you have to be in my path. It just means that I'm gonna destroy you at this table while so many people watching. It's a shame. I mean, it's okay to give up. You can just leave. I'll understand. It's no shame, really. You still want to do this and shame your name? Go ahead, sit down and let's play. But I have to tell you, I'm not going to be the one losing here.
You talk far too much, friend. And the goblin clasps your hand together. The crowd starts cheering. And the goblin holds your hand and goes, 3, 2, 1. And your arms split apart and you start straining against each other. Oh, sorry, yeah.
The breaker panel? Where's that?
It's in the garage. So go into the laundry, open that door there, and it'll be in there.
Is there a key for that laundry room?
No.
Oh.
No. Okay. Sorry, that was one of our builders. Still here? Still hear me?
Yeah, still here.
Good.
Okay, so the drow flexing. So what I'm going to need you to do, Edward, is make an athletics check and actually just add +1 to it with the help from Daku. So make an athletics check and add +1 to it.
So whatever I roll +1.
+1.
18.
So that's an 18. Okay. Now the competition needs to make a roll as well. So I'm going to roll a d20 +3. And your strength modifier. Okay, so you push hard and you start bringing the drow's hand to the ground, but she pushes back. And you're back exactly where they started. Both of you sweating and straining. The competition is close. And the crowd starts cheering. Woo! Some more. So make me another strength check or athletics check.
Oh no, you decided to go on and fight. You're not going to go down fast. I'm going to make this like a torture. We're in for the long game.
Yes.
So 20? 30, 20?
Yes, you talk too much. Oh dear, that's going to take some... You talk too much. You should save your breath. Boom! And you bend the drow's arm back and it slams into the table and the crowd goes, "Way! Woo!" And the drow rubs her arm and says, "You got lucky, friend." She storms off. All right, well done. And the original goblin comes back and says, "All right, Caspian, I believe it was. Here's your gold piece back, and 8 silver with my cover charge as well, of course."
Much appreciated.
And Daku, here's your money back. 9. You bet a gold. Here's your gold pieces back, plus another 8 silver. Well done. And the same thing for Bog as well. So those who bet on them, who all bet a gold piece, go up by 8 silver pieces.
I didn't want the currency. I wanted some information.
Oh, okay. Tell you what, after we've had a few rounds, you can ask me what you like, okay?
All right.
Right. So did Vincent want to compete? I'm a bit confused. Did Vincent want to compete? Vincent, the muted one?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I sit in the table to cover when Edward was in the bathroom, but as I am already seated here, I'm going to look around and I think I'm gonna give it a try. But I look at the goblin and I show him my prosthetic arm, and I ask if it's gonna be a problem or not.
Maybe use your other arm. So there's no talk of cheating or anything like that.
Okay, I just want to test it because I'm still getting used to it. I don't want to.
Well, you're still getting used to it. Definitely use your other arm. Win-win.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna use this as a support, and I'm holding like the leg of the table with my prosthetic arm, and I'm preparing my other arm to do the contest.
So you kind of get situated, Vincent. Bog will come up and pat you on the back and say, "All right, don't let Edward show you up," and pat him on the back and cast guidance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so as the arm wrestling is going on, we'll resolve that in just a second. But first, as arm wrestling is going on, the goblin who was talking to the big 12-foot Soul Argon kind of sidles up to you and says, "You know, I saw what you did there, friend."
What do you mean? Like you're
To
talking
Zach. So he comes up to
okay.
Bog,
Bog.
and says, "I saw what you did there, friend. You sure that's a good idea?"
And just say, "Yeah, I don't see why not. Trying to help out my friend." And I'll I'll hand him another couple silver and be like,
So this is a whole different goblin. It wasn't the goblin that's been taking bets. It was the goblin who was talking to her big friend.
The handout, yes.
Yes. This
Got it.
person.
Dermot. Yeah. And I'll say, does it kind of look like this thing around their neck looks kind of like a holy symbol type thing?
It does. If you make me a religion check, I can give you more information.
Oh, great, yeah. I mean, I don't think his religion's great, but... Okay.
17. It is a symbol of the Luxon. Very much the prominent religion of the Jorhassian Empire. So, following the main religion of the Jorhassian Empire, they're into kind of a form of reincarnation where you're born into different bodies via a process called consecration. I'm not sure how much Zach knows, but that's how much Bog knows, because obviously this came a lot in campaign 2. But anyway, he comes up and says, "Yeah, I saw what you did there, friend, and I can't say that I approve."
Well, Bog will kind of motion to the goblin's holy symbol and be like, well, you know, just calling on some help, and I think maybe it's fair if maybe you did the same for his competitor. That's up to you.
I'm not going to drag down to your level, friend.
Okay.
And Dermot, the players know, Dermot kind of squints at you and says, "I've got my eye on you." He wanders back to his large ogre companion. Okay, so Vincent, feel free to take the guidance, plus D4, as a second drow elf comes up and kind of clips his drow friend over the ears and says, "What are you doing? Losing to a human? How embarrassing. Here, watch how I destroy this tiefling." And as he says destroy this tiefling, he's locking eyes with you, Vincent. Yes.
Yeah, Vincent doesn't look at her face. Vincent just look down and keep his arm up, and he's just concentrating, and he doesn't pay attention to what the draw is saying.
"Hey, buddy, you ready to lose?" I mean, look at you. You're barely
Let's
standing
get
on
over
your
it.
feet.
Let's get over it, please.
Not at all.
We don't have time to talk.
You should save your breath, friend. You're going down. And hands are clamped together. And as this is happening, we're rushing around. We'll just do this quickly. Caspian, do you want to bet on Vincent?
Yeah, let's do another one.
Okay. Joe, you betting?
Not this time.
Okay. Bog?
Just saw my
Yeah,
strength on fire, right?
I'll throw another gold in there for Vincent.
Okay. Edward?
Yeah, I'll bet on the drow.
How much?
1 gold.
Okay. And who are we missing?
Jimmy Ducks.
Jimmy?
Won't be betting.
Okay.
He's not going to bet.
All right. So, arms locked together, hands locked together. Your good hand. Your fleshy hand, I should say, Vincent, and this drow locks things with you. And the goblin puts up and says, 3, 2, 1, goes, pulls his hand away, the crowd starts roar, cheering. I'm going to do this slightly differently. I'm going to roll first. So,
Okay.
rolls a 21 and starts pulling your hand back. So make an athletics check. You can add your d4 to this if you want.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough bit.
And this is at disadvantage because you're exhausted.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna fly through the table.
Okay.
Your arm falls off.
Feel free to add your d4. Well, at least you
Don't worry,
critted.
guys. Your arm won't blow off.
Oh god.
At least you critted on the. You critted both ways. A critical failure on the athletics and a critical success on a d4, which isn't quite as much, but yes, very much emotional damage. And the goblin moves his hand away, and even just an instant, boom! Woohoo! The drow comes up and says, ha ha. And he starts cheering, the crowd starts cheering him along, and the other drow kind of sneers at him. and as he's holding your hand down, actually, and he says, how does it feel to lose? You know you're inferior, do you not? Born of the devil.
I'm gonna approach the drow and I'm gonna say in Elvish, "You made your point, mate. It's well enough."
Yeah, Vincent just keeps his head down. He's not like a proud person. He's just okay, mate.
Okay, so he holds his hand down, but then Daku comes up and he looks at you when you talk to him in Alvin and smiles, gets his other hand, presses it on Vincent's head to prop himself up, and then starts cheering. So, all those who bet on Vincent lose, but Edward, you get your gold piece back and an extra 8 silver.
Oh, man.
Good job, Vincent.
Yeah, that was the whole idea. Sorry, guys.
All right.
Alright, Vincent. I still believe in you.
Okay.
I'm gonna double. Oh, sorry, Vincent.
No problem. Go ahead.
I'm gonna. Well, with an 8 in strength, I see no reason why not to double down on this guy. I'm going to say, this man, he's been very sick as of late, so I believe yours is a shallow victory. However, I'll raise you personal stakes with my own gold pieces, and well, some of my own gold pieces, and take you on. Half-breed to pure-breed, as you call it.
Oh, very well then. Let's bring it on.
Guys, I have a -1 to strength. What do I do?
You roll high. Okay, quick round again. Caspian, are you betting on Joe?
Since Daku sounds so confident, Edward is smitten by his words, and he's gonna bet 1 gold that Daku can do this.
Okay, Bob?
Wow.
Daku just tries to sneakily do like a hand motion against his throat, like.
Then 2 golds on Daku. More? No, 2 gold. 2 gold.
I'll look over at that other goblin, and if he's looking, I'm still gonna cast guidance, but I'm gonna try to do it with some sleight of hand for him not to kind of mask it a little bit.
Sure. Sleight of hand.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna stand and be between Bog and the goblin.
So I still cast guidance whether he sees me or not, and I kind of pat him on the back and whisper the words of the spell while telling him to do his best, and I'll throw a gold in too.
Okay, so Bog's bidding a gold. Okay, so as you put yourself, Vincent, between the two of them, you realise that Bog is much taller than you, and he looms over the top. It's very hard to block it. And you see the goblin with the art that I shared just shaking his head at Bog disapprovingly. He saw what you did.
That's okay.
Okay, Bog, are you betting?
Yeah, that 1 gold.
Okay, Caspian?
Nah, I found my winning horse. Let's keep it at that.
And shall I just assume that Mr. Dux is not going to bet?
No, sorry, excuse me. No, he's not going.
Okay. Who are we missing? We're missing somebody.
Yeah, Vincent
Oh,
is going
Vincent.
to match the 2 golds that Edward also put there. He's also going to bet 2 golds.
Okay, so we have Caspian 1, Bog 1, Edward 2, Vincent 2. All right, friend. Pure
Oh, Caspian
breed.
is not gonna bet.
Oh, Caspian's not going to bet. Okay. Oh, you did say that. My apologies. Okay, friend. You said pure breed versus half breed. Let's do this. Goblin clasps your hands. You start straining against each other again. I'm gonna roll first again. It's kind of interesting that way. See what you got to beat. Woohoo! DM's rolling well tonight. So the drow really leads into you, Daku. How do you respond? Make an athletics check and feel free to add your D4 onto it.
Well, even if I crit, I got a -1, so this should be interesting. Alrighty. Time to fail.
Oh, no.
You got a D4. You got a D4.
Yeah, I mean,
Like that'll make a difference.
7. So the way it works is like Daku's athletics is -1, so the drow has to get greater than 9 to beat him, and then Daku competes against the drow's strength and try and beat it. And if you both match, then you're struggling. No one's going anywhere, and the match is concluded when one person succeeds and one person fails. And in this case, one person succeeds and one person fails. So right away, the drow just starts dragging your hand down, Daku, and it gets to almost the point where your hand is touching. And you feel his hand get a little bit weaker and lets you recover. It gets back almost to vertical, and the drow says, The drow will always beat the inferior. And boom, crashes your hand down. He doesn't quite dominate you like Vincent was dominated, but he gets up and goes, yeah. So, Bog, you're down a gold. Edward, you're down 2 gold. Vincent, you're down 2 gold.
I tried to warn you.
that's
You
fine,
did
that's fine.
splendid.
That was what you were trying to do. I thought you were saying for me to bet right and to raise my bet.
I'm
Need to
gonna
work out
pull.
some sign language.
I'm gonna pull 3 gold pieces from my pouch, and I'm gonna place it on the table. As you said, a bet is a bet.
All right. Very good. So
I'm going to try and find Maggie.
Okay. Maggie's actually competing in the next one against one of these drow competitors. Maggie, with her massive arm and the drow that lost in the first round, she kind of it's almost her butt half on the seat, half off the seat. Remember, she's 12 foot tall.
Can I bet?
Oh, sure. So Maggie versus
This
the drow.
goes- Yeah, bet Maggie. I bet
much?
a gold piece on Maggie.
Da-
1
da-
gold piece.
Daku?
Nah, Daku's just kind of shaking his arm.
Bog?
Bog will walk by the table and just kind of like tap Maggie on the shoulder and be like, "You can do it," and I'll cast guidance on her too.
Oh, you bastard.
Where was my guidance? Oh no, I'm kidding.
I gave you guidance.
I know. I was just making.
Oh, I thought I did. But I'll do it staring the goblin in the eyes, staring directly in the eyes as I cast it. but smiling. I'm not trying to look menacingly. Just like, I know she's probably offended, or he's offended, but I'm still doing it more.
Okay.
And also, you can do this, and I'll throw a gold for the ogre.
Okay. So Bog, a gold. Edward.
No, I'm just I'm looking very closely how Maggie plays, because my intent is as soon as she beats this drow, I'm gonna kick him out and sit and challenge her.
Okay. Vincent.
Yeah, I am going to bet 2 golds on the ogre also on Maggie.
Mr. Duck, still a pass?
Yeah, he's shaking his head at all. Go ahead. And not bet anything.
Are you using
Just
your
mean-
new microphone headset, by the way, Mr. Simon?
Why is it?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay, is it not? Is it not?
You sound
It's
like
like-
you're
Drunk.
being imprisoned by your computer or something.
Yeah, very robotic. We can understand you, it just sounds robotic.
You sound like you're drunk. You're like
Okay.
you're snorting
Yeah, parece
Yeah,
uma
but that's
brewing pipes.
that's the normal version of me. Drop out of the audio and restart. See if that makes a difference.
Okay.
But no, he's not gonna bet. So
Okay, cool.
I'll jump off.
Okay, so Maggie gets down in massive arms, and Daku. Oh no, so Bog, you come up and do the guidance on him, and Durman the goblin just shaking his head. And Maggie is going to roll. Oops. +5. Plus a d4 is 10. Is that right? 9, 10, yep. And the drow is going to respond.
These drow are strong.
I think I throw 3 18s for these. And Maggie struggles, and the people think, this is an easy victory. But then the drow recovers, seemingly more musty than they seem, and just destroys Maggie. And Maggie rolls back, and you can swear for just an instant you see a tear in her eye. And she kind of brushes it away, and she sleepishly moves over to the goblin. Oh, I couldn't even do that right. Maybe I'm not even good at being strong and dumb like people think I am. I'm just... who am I? People think I'm not even strong now. Which is kind of, I guess,
Right.
what I want. But, yeah, that was embarrassing.
I walk up to the ogre. Good for you for letting him win. That's a friendly gesture. But you really shouldn't have had to. These drow are full of themselves already, without you letting them win.
Well, thank you. I didn't actually let him win, but thank you for your kind words.
You did it, but that tiny one, then you must be having a bad day. Have you been eating all right?
Well, not really. Maybe I need to have some of those pies. I thank you for your kind. What's your words? What's your words? Sorry. What's your name?
Name's Caspian. Nice to meet you, and, well, if you're going to go for those pies as well, then I'll be seeing you there. And I look down at myself and up to her. I'm like, yeah, let's go for a match of who can eat the most pie.
All right. Maybe I'll see you over there. Hey, me and some of my friends are gonna meet together at the festival at the end of it. Maybe we should meet up there. Have a a friendly conversation there. Get to know each other a bit better. You seem quite nice.
Thank you. Is there a general meeting point for the end of the festival? We just arrived in town today. I actually don't have a clue what I'm doing.
Well, right at the end, everybody meets over here. And he points to where you see the juvenile horizon-back turtles hanging out. There's a bit of a party at the end of the festival, drinking. Maybe you can meet some of my friends. I mean, this is Dermot. My name's Maggie. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure is all mine. Name's Caspian Blackwood.
Nice to meet you, Caspian.
I'll definitely take you up on that offer. We'll grab a beer then.
Caspian, was it?
Caspian, indeed.
Yeah, my name's Dermot, as he said. Nice to meet you. Hey, is that guy over there a friend of yours? And he points to Bog.
Yeah, he is, definitely. We've already been through some crazy adventure together. You know how it is.
You know, he's been cheating this whole competition, right?
Well, yeah. I know.
Well, I don't approve of cheating, so, yeah, I like you. You're nice, but, the Furbog over there, I don't like cheaters.
Well, he doesn't seem it like cheating. It's more like teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah,
Or
that's
sort of like that.
cheaters tend to say. Yeah, nice to meet you. Yeah, maybe we'll see you at the festival at the end of the competitions, at the end of the events.
Definitely.
Okay,
Well,
nice to meet you.
nice to meet you. Have a good day.
Nice to meet you too. And Maggie wanders off. Okay, so, Edward.
Yeah.
The goblin encourages you to come across, and here's the deal, friend. If you beat the Strow who just destroyed that ogre, not sure how you're going to do this, but you can take on the champion, if you like, after that. What do you say?
I thought I already proved myself.
Oh, you proved yourself against some lesser opponents. But if you beat the Drow, then you beat our champion. I got a special prize for you.
Sure thing, sure thing. Starting to get tired here of all the watching. Let's do some more pushing.
All right. And you see, I'm going to do it this way so you can't see just yet. But you see the middle. Oh, wait, that's not the right middle. Ignore that. But there's a middle on display, and there's a middle. It's made of ebony, and it's shaped like a flexing arm, and it's hanging up ready for the champion of the arm wrestling to do it. But regardless, Edward, I assume you come up. The drow that just destroyed Maggie locks hands with you, and gets ready to wrestle. Caspian, are you betting?
Absolutely.
How much?
Let's make another gold piece, just for
Cool.
fun.
Daku, who's at the bathroom. Bog.
Yeah, Bog will throw a gold piece in there for Edward.
Okay, Vincent. Muted Vincent.
Sorry again. I'm also gonna throw a gold for Edward there.
And Mr. Jimmy Ducks.
This time he is going to throw a gold in.
Okay, and you're sounding perfect now, Mr. Duck, so I'm not sure what you did, Simon, but sounding perfectly okay.
I just got jinxed by Jemmy. Watching all this time, and suddenly he puts his money in.
Yeah.
Okay,
No
and
comment.
Now, that means business.
okay.
Oh, I can feel the nat one coming now.
Okay. So bets are placed. The goblins running around organising opponents' bets for you who are betting on the drow. The drow's getting a lot of favouritism, it seems, having destroyed Maggie.
Just
Okay.
a question: is this the same drow that trash talk both Maggie and Vincent,
Yes.
and also won against Daku?
Hmm.
The same drow, right? So Edward is gonna look him in the eyes. He's gonna, before he sits down, he's gonna stand on his chair, look him in the eye, and say, "I'm gonna enjoy beating you. It's not because you're a drow. No, it's just because you're a dick."
Did you see what I did to that ogre?
I'll wait until you see what I do to you, and I sit down and put my hand on the table. Let's do this.
You are make. Caspian?
Caspian will also do something. He will use his telepathic speech to form a connection between him and the drow's mind, and he will continuously trash talk that drow.
Okay. To understand, you must speak mentally in a language the other knows. So you both know common, equal to your sorcerer level. What's your sorcerer level? At 3, is it?
3. So for
yeah.
3 minutes, and it will be in Elvish. Just for
Okay.
fun.
Let's see how good your trash talking is first, Caspian. Make a performance check. Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, without the D4, by the way, so 17.
17. Okay,
Oh,
for
you lost that. Oh, that makes sense.
for the first round, as you whisper stuff into his ears, and I think you don't need to do anything verbal or somatic, it just happens, right? So no one would technically notice this except for the drow. Okay, so as you whisper these... What do you say exactly?
Just insult him and his family, like just vile insults. Just his mom, his entire family, like everybody hates him. He's pathetic. Like, really dig down into it.
Okay, very good. Maybe
basically all his pent-up hate from when he was bullied back in the day. That's gonna come out right here, right now.
Okay, nice.
This poor drow.
Maybe afterwards he's going to get up and headbutt you in the chest.
Oh, he doesn't know it's me.
Oh, that's true, but he's trying to make a Zidane joke. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so for the first round, the drow is going to be a minus D4 as you whisper these insults in his heads. And so the drow says, yes, you saw what I did. You saw what I did to that... You saw what I did to that ogre, right? I'm going to do it to you. Okay, Edward?
Are you having a stroke? Are you okay?
Shut up! And you shut up, and he says, shut up! So let me roll first for the drow. It's going to be a D20 plus 3. Not bad. Minus a D4. 2. What's your strength modifier, Edward? It was 3, wasn't it?
Plus 3.
3. Okay, and you roll. Athletics.
Natural 1. I said it.
God damn it!
I said it. Jemmy jinxed me.
Jamie.
The drow's like,
I have no words.
Get out of my head! Get out of my head! And boom! Slams your hand down, almost anger. Yeah, so it's been very one-sided. The drow crashes down and says, I told you the drow is always superior, and walks away.
The
And
last sentence is like, you think your mom's proud at you, for you now for winning at arm wrestling.
who said that? Who said that? Who is that in my head? Do not like people in my head. Show yourself. Don't be a coward. Nothing, Caspian?
Hell no. Like I said, that was the last sentence.
Okay, so yeah, Caspian, Bog, Vincent, and Dux, you all lose the appropriate amount. Caspian 1, Bog 1, Vincent 2, Dux 1. Okay, final round. Do you guys want to bet on the last one? It's going to be the Drow versus the champion.
Nah, I'm done with this. I didn't
Bob?
bet on my friends.
You're going to
Yeah,
bet,
I'm
Bog?
gonna bet.
I'm
going to
hungry
bet
all
on
of
the
a
champion.
sudden. Shall we head to the pie competition?
Are you guys want to leave? Do you guys don't want to see the last?
Ah, nah, that drive's gonna lose.
Yeah, let's bet and make some money before we go there. I want to recover what I.
So, Vincent, how much do you bet?
I'm gonna bet 4 gold.
4 gold on the champion.
Yes.
Anybody else want to bet?
Nah.
Okay.
Jemmy, I think you should bet on the drow.
Why? No, I don't think I'll put some money on the champion. I'm
Oh,
starting
you
to get the
cursed
hang of
him.
this. Why not? Why
I
not?
don't know what weird powers you have, but you just cursed me right there. I could feel it. A weird weight on my shoulders. I kept seeing the image of you putting that gold piece on the table, and tears running down your stream as I lose it. And then it happened. I don't know what you did.
Very strange thing that. But if you want to think about me when you should be concentrating on something else, then that's you. That's down to you, isn't it?
That's good advice. That is.
Listen, I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing to you. I did nothing to you, Edward. I hoped that you would win, but not every time. But I'm going to bet on the champion. I'll put a gold piece down on the champion.
Okay. All right. So once again, the champion who is called Merrill Bronzefang and is an orc, comes up, tusks sticking out, looking much more brawny than the drow. And I'm going to roll for Merrill Bronzefang first. So this is the champion. Oh, sorry. That was a accidentally did GM roll, but that's a 15 that you rolled with a +4. And now the drow, 6.
Yeah.
Yep. So the Merrill Bronzefang just leans into the drow and says, "You seem to have tired yourself out from your competitions. You are easy, mate." Just locking eyes with the jaws. "You are pathetic. You are weak. You do not get to compete in the same round as me," and just slams the drow's hand down. Vincent, 4 gold pieces, less the 10% commission. Same thing with Jimmy Ducks, less the 10% commission for arranging the calls. And Dermot and Maggie wander away. They were interested in it. And what would you guys like to do now?
Sorry, Malcolm. How much I won?
So you bet 4 gold pieces. So you would get 3 gold and 6 silver.
Okay, yeah.
3 gold and 6 silver profit.
As the last round was such a disappointment, I could feel it. That the champion is a bit disappointed. I'm gonna step in. I'm gonna try and step in and talk to the champion. Hey,
Yeah.
my name's Edward.
Or
I just lost against that drow, and I'm pretty sure I was cursed. Some evil doing was just happened. If you want a real competition, well, why wouldn't we settle this here? I promise it won't be a disappointment just like that.
make a persuasion check, Edward.
Oh god. No, not bad.
Tell you what, if it's your honor we're talking about, I will arm wrestle you. To do so, for the privilege of arm wrestling me, it'll cost you 3 gold pieces.
I'm willing to pay that just to prove to you and everyone around here I'm the strongest. And
Alright.
I just put the money right on the table.
And he takes it and just slips it into his pocket. You understand that it's mine to keep, right? Win or lose.
You keep the money. I just want the glory.
Alright. Okay. Anybody want to bet on this one?
Yeah, let's bet on our friend. 1 gold piece.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
we lost so much gold here.
I'll bet two. I'll bet 2 gold pieces on Edward.
Edward. Okay. Anybody else?
I'll bet a gold piece.
Oh no, you still wanted to talk to the goblin after this. I forgot that for a second, but
Yes.
we'll get to that right after this. Bog?
No, Boggs lost a bit, so he's gonna bow out.
Edward's wrestling. Jimmy Ducks.
So he's going to reach into his purse and grab a couple of gold coins and then look Edward in the eye. And depending on what kind of a look he gets from Edward, he's probably just going to slide them back in and shake his head and step backwards.
Edward was focusing on the opponent at hand, but if I get a glimpse of Jemmy going for his pocket, I quickly just close my eyes and look away. I don't even want to see what he's doing. I don't want to be distracted.
Okay. So watching you screw your eyes up, then he'll just put his money back away.
Okay. So, friend, as you lock arms with the champion, Meryl Bronzefang. So what is this? Is this for pride? Is that it?
Yeah, to prove not to these people, but myself that I can do this.
Alright. I can respect that, I guess. The goblin grasps your hand together. 3, 2, 1, go! And he starts off with a 12.
Ooh.
So your strength modifier is...
It's already applied.
But it's a +3, right?
Yeah.
So, this is for pride, right, friend? Let's do this. What? And you're pushing his hand down, and Mal Bronzefang is struggling and struggling and struggling, but then his hands falls, and he taps out. Oh my
You can
goodness.
see the veins on the forehead of Edward, and he put his soul and heart into this one.
And the Meryl Bronzefang just drops his head, and then he looks you up in the eye and says, "Well done." And he raises your hand and says, "What's your name, friend?"
My name's Edward.
"Edward has bested me."
Edward.
Yeah, Edward. And as people chanting and yelling and screaming, you have successfully beaten the champion. Look.
That's it, guys. Edward. Dinky Edward. You remember that name.
Yeah, I
One
knew
day-
it.
And one day you'll tell your kids that you met Dinky Edward at a pub at an arm wrestling competition.
And
I knew you'd do it.
people start chanting your name as, champion, Edward. And the goblin who was organizing this Fenner says, "Hey, look at sir. Only fair, I think, if you've defeated Meryl Bronzefang. Sure, you lost one along the way, but I think this is yours." And he pushes this medal into your arm, into your hand, Edward. And if you look in your player's journal, actually you should see an appendices thing now, and underneath that you should see something new there. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I can.
So that's what you have, okay? The medal of muscle. Got it?
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
And as you look at it and you study it, maybe drape it around your neck, you can't help but notice that when you stare at it and admire it, the muscles on the medal appear to bulge just a little bit. Okay.
Is there like a heart, an art for this?
No, not for this one, unfortunately.
All right. So it's like an arm bulging his muscles. Looks like
Yep.
I immediately know of the
Yep.
magical. Okay.
Yep.
Well,
It has a brief description here. It's made of ebony and it's shaped like a flexing arm. Don't know why they didn't put that in the description of the item.
well, I'll what I'll do is I'll go to Jemmy and friend, thank you for not betting. I think that actually tipped it to my side. You have this. You have this. I'll give you the medal.
No, mate, you earned this. And I wasn't going to bet because, to be honest, I didn't think you'd win it. But,
Look,
you know...
I'm strong enough. This medal, if you're in a pickle, this will give you an extra juice.
Well, I tell you what, I'll carry it for you for now, but you just shout when you need it. Does that sound good to you?
That sounds perfect. Yeah.
Well, that's very, very good of you. Very generous. Thank you very much. And he'll put his hand out and take it. Malcolm, have you seen the note from Joe?
Yeah, I'm just responding to it now.
Okay, cool.
You gotta... Oh, he's gone. Okay. Oh, I guess I won't have a conversation with Daku then, but that's alright. Okay. So, medal obtained. What would you guys like to do?
I think the idea was the pie eating, wasn't it?
No, riddles first. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Sounds like we may head back.
I think it's on the way. So we can...
Alright. I show my muscle. Let Caspian show his. Let's use his brain.
So off
Then
to the
when we're all
riddles.
tired, we'll have pie.
Okay, so let's go there first for the this competition that Caspian wants, and then we go celebrate on the pie. What do you guys think?
Sure, yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Okay, so you head over to the pie, to the riddle, sorry. Over to here. And... this
Not
is
the pie, sorry. We're going to the riddles.
Yep. The J7 is the riddles. So, okay. So, an elderly goblin in blue robes presides over a set of 3 tables. One table holds a wooden box. The second displays a glittering star map of the Exandrian sky, and a third rests on a row of coloured bottles. A banner hanging over the setup. Test your wit with me against these riddles 3. And at the moment, there is someone already competing in the competition, and this is what they look like. And after a while, he's kind of studying it, and he appears to solve 2 of the riddles, but not the 3rd of the riddles. And as you approach to get the table, he kind of slinks back a little bit and just watches you from a distance. Hello. Would you like to compete in the my riddles 3?
Yes, please, most definitely. Let me see what you have.
Well, I gotta be clear first. Each attempt to answer a riddle will cost you 2 silver pieces.
Oh, alright, that's fine.
All right. Is anybody competing with Caspian?
I would ask the goblin. I'd say, excuse me, are these riddles more for those who are really brainy, or maybe those who are a little more wise?
It's open for everybody who's has 2 silver pieces to spend. Intelligence-wise makes no difference to me.
I'll
Okay.
try.
I'll try it.
If someone can read a riddle for me, I'll try. Edward
Okay.
doesn't know how to read or write.
So we have Edward, Bog, and Caspian. Okay.
Jemmy Ducks will get involved as well.
Okay.
2 silver, you said.
2 silver.
Okay. Just remove that.
So, Caspian, was it Caspian? Are you Bog? Are you competing in this one?
Yeah.
So we have Bog, Caspian, Edward, Vincent, and Jimmy. That's everybody, I think. Is that right? Okay, let's say it's everybody. So take 2 silver pieces off the table, off your character sheet. And the first table, you see there's a locked wooden box and 4 metal keys. And on the placard beside the box is written the following in copper, in common. It's a locked wooden box, 4 metal keys.
So there's the same number of keys as there are locked boxes, is that right?
No, 1 locked box, 4 keys.
Okay, what is looking at the box, what does the lock look like?
Can someone read it out loud? Is someone reading it out loud?
Bronze, copper, silver, gold, ancient ones from tales of old. Patch the key to the box's lock, and mistaken choice begets a shock.
And as you get
Bronze,
closer,
copper, silver, gold. Those are the
No, no.
dragons.
That one's easy. Gold does not conduct electricity. You can use that one.
Well, that's one option.
Bog,
The other
when
one
you go
is that...
to... What's it? Just one thing. Bog, when you look down at the box, close examination of the box reveals that its lock is shaped like a dragon with a fluted crest, and the edges of the box are decorated with engravings of pearls and shell.
And then what do the keys look like? Do they look all the same?
Yeah, they're all the same apart from the metal that they're made of.
And there's a bronze, copper, silver, gold key?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like a dragon lock with like pearl and shell edges?
I'll copy in the exact description.
Crap. Is it the bronze or the copper dragon that does lightning damage? Can I make an intelligence check to see if I know
You can
that?
make an arcana or a history check.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. I'll do a nature check.
Okay, just a sec. So the bronze dragon. Ugh. So I'm trying to find the exact stat plot for a bronze dragon. Okay, bronze dragon. I'll say both of you work this out with those rolls. A bronze dragon. Its breath weapon is lightning.
And I will try to open the lock with the bronze key.
Okay, you get the key in, you put it in, click, 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 the box opened. You do not get shocked. And, I gotta say, well done, David. You solved it perfectly. Bronze, copper, and silver and gold was referring to dragons. And the bronze dragon does breathe lightning, but it's also, tends to hang out in the sea as well. But, yeah, perfect. Yeah. First riddle succeeded. So well done. That was very impressive.
Yay!
And the goblin says, well done. Why don't you try another one?
Well, on to the next. Bring it on.
Yeah.
Okay. You see the drow that was watching you on the side of the thing. He kind of raises his eyebrow. He's impressed. Another 2 silver pieces for the next one. And this one, you see a star map resting on the table, depicting the moons and constellation visible in the Exandrian sky, accompanied by the following riddle, which is written in common.
Two birds sit in a speckled field, one silver and calm, one scarlet with woe. Night all year the red one yields to silver's illusion, mischief, and sheltering glow.
We just name what the 2 birds are.
Yes, you must say what the 2 birds are. You must identify the birds of the riddle.
And I mean, I think I don't know what's the right way to ask
These
this.
are the moons.
Yeah, the moons. There are 2 moons, right?
Yeah, one red one and one silver one. Pretty sure. With my lore of
Rudy is
Zongrass.
red. I forgot the name of the other one, but yeah.
But there are two moons in Exandria, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And one is calm, like it has a cycle. The Rudius, the scarlet one, does not seem to have a cycle.
It does, but it's a 6-month cycle or a year cycle. I can't remember. So it rotates, but very, very slowly compared to the other one.
Yeah, so I think it's clearly the moons, but our characters would know the names of the other moon, right?
Well, keep in mind there's a star map on there, and on the star map you see a white moon and a red moon. Do you point those out?
Yeah.
Well done, you've correctly identified. These, of course, are referring to the twin moons. One is, of course, called Cartha, and the other one, the moon of ill omen, Rudius. don't.
Oh, that one seemed easier than the last one.
And the last sentence must point out to the Moonweaver, does it not? For
Yes.
she is known for illusions.
Yes, the last line does refer to the divine portfolio of... I'm not sure how you say it. I'll put it up there. Sithanine?
Danin?
Sahanene? Sahane? I don't know. Mrs. S, the moon weave. Yes. So, yeah.
Bring on the next one.
Hey, you guys are clever. Very
It
impressive.
was fun.
Well,
I wish only you had more than 3.
the last one, of course, costs another 2 silver pieces, but there's a prize for it if you get this third one. So on the
You've got
table,
a 4th riddle?
there's 3.
No,
3 riddles.
that's literally just Caspian is saying like the prize is a 4th riddle. He's just stoked.
So on the table is a row of 7 small bottles with coloured fluids and the following riddle in common. So, of course, the task here is to correctly identify which bottle you should drink and drink it. If you drink the correct bottle, then you win.
And what do we see on the table?
Bottle 1 is purple. Just done a hand, I don't have to type this one out, but I will. Bottle 2 is green. Bottle 3 is sky blue. Bottle 4 is filled with, it's a white bottle. Bottle 5 is purple. Bottle 6 is green. And bottle 7 is a pale yellow color.
I'll drink the 5th one.
You drink the 5th one?
Yep.
Okay. So Caspian dunks back the 3rd one.
No, the 5th.
Oh, the 5th one.
Fifth.
5th. So it's filled with a purple, it's filled with a liquid, and you drink it, pause for a second, you feel a warm glow in your stomach, and your skin starts emitting a dim, silvery light out to a range of 5 feet. And that was the correct bottle. So
Whee!
and you start glowing, and I say, oh, well.
Sorry, I like these things too much.
No, that was well done. You nailed all of them. And he says, well, that was a bit of a team effort. I feel that you, friend, I only have one of these medals to give out. I know all of you kind of. Let's have a look around. I have 2 of these medals. In fact, I can hand out 2 of these. I feel you, friend, and he hands one to David, to Caspian. You can have this one, and the medal. It's sculpted and painted to look like the head of a fox. That's what it looks like. I'm afraid I only have one other of these medals. Who wants it?
Who else? It was Edward as well, right?
It's
No, I stopped playing after the first one.
so it's
I saw that Caspian could have done this single-handedly.
Yeah. Well, I did. Well, I think it's only fair for Caspian to only get it since there was no way for me after seeing him drink it. So since he just knocked it back quick, I think it's fair to say he just gets the soul medal.
all right.
Yeah.
All right. So Caspian / David. If you look in your appendices, should be a folder popped up, and there should be something there called a Medal of Wit. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Yep, so that's what the Medal of Wit does. Okay, so arm wrestling, mixed results. The what's this one called? It's called just riddles and rhymes. Not very interesting. So as you've completely dominated this, Mr. Caspian, the drow who is watching you sidles up to you, and we'll find out what that drow says after a short break. Let's take 5, guys, and we'll get back into it. Sound good?
Awesome.
Right.
Yeah, cool.
Sounds good.
Okay, bye-bye.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye. here. All right. So after Caspian just dominated at this riddle competition and just dominated and has a nice medal that's looked in the shape of a fox. Yeah, this drow that was watching you comes up to you, and I'll just show you his art again.
Is it a he or a she?
It's a he.
Okay.
It's a he, and after you've won the prize and you receive your medal, Caspian, this person, this drow, is shown in the art, comes up to you and says, that was most impressive. Your cunning, your wit appears to be just a cut above this backwater. So, what's your name?
The name's Caspian. Caspian Blackwood. It's a pleasure to meet you. With whom do I have pleasure to meet?
Well, my name is Galsa Ied Ardith. I'll put the pronunciation on there. If nothing else, it helps me remember the pronunciation. Yes, my name is Galsa Ied Ardith. It is not often I come across people as clever and as witty as you. I must say it. I managed to get 2 of the riddles right. Unfortunately, I drank the wrong potion and I was disqualified. But you've done extremely well. I congratulate you.
Well, much appreciated. It's a hobby of mine, puzzles. It's a good way to spend some time.
Well, I must say it's not that often I am impressed by other people. Not many will catch my eye in the same way that you have, but do you plan to participate in the grand finale at sundown?
Well, I hadn't thought about it yet. I will be there, for I'll be meeting someone. But, we'll see how the day goes. Do you know what kind of event it will be?
Well, the traditional event at previous ones is there's a people or groups of people who are chosen by the marshals, I guess you would say, of this event, some little goblin folk, and the final challenge, if you're considered worthy, is to race through the grotto to find a prize at the end. First team, first person to claim the prize wins. And I believe there's a purse of 100 gold pieces to the victor.
We'll race through the grotto with such a high price? That sounds interesting.
If you are chosen, of course, I'm sure. Me and my compatriots were, we're very good at what we do. But anyway, I'd be very interested in testing my wits against you if we're chosen and you're chosen.
Then I suspect we'll see each other tonight.
I'm sure we will. And Jimmy Ducks, you stopped halfway through, right?
Yes, yeah, before the bottles. I don't think anyone got anywhere near those, did they?
Okay.
Other than Caspian.
I noticed you have some of your companions, and while he's talking to Caspian, he has his eyes locked onto Jimmy Ducks, and he says, "Well, you're intelligent. I hope at least your companions bring something else to the competition, because plainly wits are not in their favor.
Well, I'm more than sure they would have done just as well had they been given a bit more time. But, well, sometimes time is of the essence, and in the end, you were stumped by one of them as well.
Oh, it's a momentary lapse of absence. At least I got a couple. But anyway, let's hope that, for your sake, they're packs better with the muscles in their arms and the muscles in their head. But a pleasure meeting you, David. I hope to see you later on.
Caspian.
Pleasure meeting you as well. But, yeah, name's Caspian.
Caspian, Galsiriad Ardith. Pleasure to meet you. And with that,
Galsiriad.
just starts wandering away.
What on earth was he staring at me for then?
Oh, man. He is such an arrogant prick. He's the cream of the crop of the bloody elves. Oh, man. They're tiresome.
I don't understand it myself. I don't understand them at all.
You know what time it is now, don't you?
Time to eat. Let's
Hell
eat
yeah.
those pies.
Pie eating
Hey,
contest.
I need
Maybe we'll
some
see Maggie
sisters.
again. Maggie was a friendly one.
You okay, so you wander over to the pie eating booth, which is this one. I'm just gonna roll a misshapen D5 dice. 1. Okay, as you're walking through, you see a human mother with a young child, and the young child is looking a little green around the gills. And the mother saying, no, please, do not throw up. It's just a pie. You ate too many. Please, just try and keep it. Just try and keep it in. And she looks up and she says, sorry. She's almost apologising with her eyes. Sorry, he's eaten a bit too many pies. Just hold it in. Just hold it in. What do you guys do?
Sometimes, I'm just gonna say to the mother, sometimes it's better to just throw it out if it's just too much food.
Yeah, I'm gonna to approach the child, and I'm going to knee just in front of him and say, "Hey man, let it out. It's
Whoa, in front of
way
him.
better."
And a projectiles vomit. I was rolling for a random character, which was going to be Edward, but since Vincent kneeled in front of him, he projectile vomits all over you.
Yeah, I want
Vincent.
just to support him, but okay, that's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry! Oh my goodness, I am
No,
so
no
sorry!
problem.
And she gets a cloth and starts trying to wipe this. It looks like a pie. There's bits of pastry in there, bits of meat, bits of various. I'm so sorry. Wipes it off. Caspian,
problem,
your
no problem.
your
I,
prestidigitation. Yes.
are you feeling alright, kid?
I feel much better. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
terribly
that's
sorry.
it,
I
yeah.
just ate too many pies. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no problem. Now you are
Yes.
ready for the next round.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, Mum, that's a good idea. Let's have more pie. I feel much better now. And she kind of grabs him by the ear and drags him away from you.
This is like to the entrance of where the eating contest is.
Yeah, just like 50 feet or so away. Obviously.
Okay. I'm gonna like look around and just kind of hide behind something real quick, and I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on myself.
Ooh. Okay.
And I'm gonna do the Bear's Endurance, which has advantage on Constitution checks.
Okay, you can either. Okay.
Well, not second level. That's first level.
And that's Cure Wounds.
Oh wait, what's going on? Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay, I was wondering why that was in my second level spot. Cool. Yeah. So that's for. I get temporary HP, which I don't think will be relevant, but I also have the
Okay.
advantage on Constitution.
Okay, got it. Can you make either a deception, sleight of hand, or stealth? There we go. At advantage. As you duck into this alleyway.
Yeah, I'll do Sleight of Hand. It's advantage.
Okay, very good. And how long does the spell last?
1 hour, and it's concentration, so I won't be able to do guidance. But
Okay.
I just did it on myself, so I can maybe win something.
Okay, so
And I'm assuming, I'm just assuming, I'm using deduction here to seeing that little kid throw up. That all right, if I want a chance to win, I might have to be able to keep it down a little bit.
Okay, so you cast Enhance Ability, and you feel as if you could eat something disgusting and still not throw up. So that helps. And Caspian, it sounds like you're cleaning up Vincent.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
and
Thank you.
just
Thank
the
you.
ground a bit and just like making it a bit
You'll see
okay.
that. Yeah. Before the precipitation, Vincent was kind of like almost also throwing up. It was.
Jeez.
Keep it down. Keep it down. It's all gone. It's all
fine.
gone
No,
now.
I think I'm fine. It's just the smell. The smell is really. Yeah. Really
Oh, you can you change smells with prestidigitation?
I can
Oh, yes,
change
yes.
smells. I can also just clean it up.
Okay. So we'll say with a couple of waves of your hands, you prestidigitate the vomit off Vincent, clean up his clothes, and then with another wave of your hand, instead of smelling like vomit, what does he first smell like, Caspian, if anything?
Just some fresh flowers and a bit of a lemony scent to it.
Okay, very good. So you're looking nice and clean again, Vincent, having been thrown up. And as you approach the area for the pie eating contest, the savoury scents of meat, pastry, and spices fill the air around a 3-story building mounted on the back of a giant tortoise. A cooking stand and a festival stage with long tables are set up at the tortoise's feet, where an orc stands over a massive oven. She bustles from the oven to the stage and back, placing delicious-looking hand pies at each seat and stacking more of them on a cooling rack nearby. People are gathering on stage, including a scrawny young human with a mop of brown hair and a scruffy beard. As you approach, the orc calls out in a melodic baritone, "Come to see the best meat pies this side of the West. Yes, I sell them for meals up there, but I'm running a pie eating contest down here all day if you have got an orc-sized stomach." You do not see Maggie here for some reason. You do see someone else though. This is the scrawny young human with the mop of brown hair as I described it. Oops. And this is what he looks like. Did that come up?
Yep.
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 Okay. Oh, I think I might have clicked something.
Oh, it's Shaggy.
Yeah, it does look like Shaggy.
And of course he's hungry.
Yeah, he looks very scrawny. He looks young as well. Maybe not even into his 20s. Maybe like 18, 19. And it looks as if he's trying really hard to grow in a beard. But it's the kind of beard that teenagers are kind of proud of, but everybody else just looks at them as like how pathetic. So there's a lot of, as you see now, there's little wifts around his mustache and his ear, and there's bits and pieces which haven't quite grown in there yet. But he grabs he asks the orc for a flagon of ale, and he drinks it, kind of sculls it down, and says, "All right, let's get this started. Bring on the pies." Anybody else interested in joining in the pie eating competition?
I'm gonna mosey on up there.
Yes.
Yeah,
please.
Caspian promised.
Okay, so Caspian, Bog, Edward, you joining in?
Yes, please.
Vincent? Muted Vincent.
He's nipped away. He's nipped away.
Oh, okay. We'll get him to retroactively do that. And what about Jimmy Ducks?
It's just meat pies, isn't it?
Yeah, meat pies. Nothing but meat pies. Little mini ones.
Yeah, no, he won't then.
Okay. So a question mark on Vincent, but definitely Caspian, Bog, and Edward. Okay, so the three of you, at least, take a seat at the table, and this guy with the brown beard, he says, "Good luck to you guys," and slaps you on the back, and he finishes off his flagon of ale. You're right, and the orc comes up to each of you. So to be clear, 5 silver pieces to enter this competition, and there'll be a prize for the person who wins. So 5 silver pieces, please. Assume you all hand over 5 silver pieces to eating.
Yeah.
And this scruffy-haired gentleman, he says, well, good luck to you. I think you'll be going down. My name's Irvin, by the way. What are your guys' names? What about you, Furbog? You could probably pack away a few pies. What's your name?
Well, we'll see. I'm Bog.
Bog, pleasure to meet you. My name's Irvin Wastewalker. Nice to meet you. Oh, Vincent, are you interested in entering the pie eating competition?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay, the only thing you probably didn't hear was that it's 5 silver pieces to enter.
How much?
5 silver pieces.
Okay. 5 silver pieces.
Okay, and alright. He says to Edward, you don't look like you could pack away many meat pies. What are you even entering?
Sorry, talking to me?
Yes, to Edward.
Well, I don't like the looks deceive you. I just won the arm wrestling competition, and my head's hurting from watching Vincent solve riddles like it's nothing. Yeah. So now
Caspian.
Caspian, sorry.
Yeah.
Now I'm in for a good treat. Sure, I can eat more than you.
Well, that's a fair point, mate. I was in a competition way up north in this land called Lower Anglia, and there was this little guy there called Matt Stoney. Skinny little fella you ever can possibly imagine, but man, could that kid eat. You guys know Matt Stoney?
Can't remember.
Oh, isn't he? Yeah, he's a hot dog eating, right? Hot dog eating
He's
guy.
got a YouTube channel. He's just this short kind of guy, maybe. I don't know. He looks skinny as anything, but he's a world eating champion. So yes, Irvin is right. Don't let looks deceive you, as Edward is. And what about you, friend? What's your name? He says, slapping Jimmy on the back. Oh, you're not even here. That's all right. Anyway, I'll meet you guys later. Irvin Wastewater, I apologize. Yeah, that's Matt Stoney. Yeah, I apologize if you're going to lose, but best of luck, and may the best stomach win. Okay, the pies are laid out in front of you, and these are small, savoury pies. And the pies are placed before you. I assume you guys are going to eat it. You eat the first pie. No roll required. It is delicious. The pies taste great. The meat has been seared to perfection. And the crusts are light and fluffy. Of course, there's not much chance to savour the pies while the goal is put to as many as possible. Now, can everybody please make me a constitution check? Does enhance abilities help with that? Zach?
Yeah. I picked the one for Constitution, so I have advantage.
But is it for checks or for saves or for both?
It's for has advantage on Constitution checks.
Yes, so you will have advantage on this. Okay, so just roll advantage from now on.
So I still have the advantage, right?
And yet, since this is a check, that is true.
Okay. Constitution, right?
Yep, Constitution check. Not a save, just a check. Okay, so we have the 4 competitors, Caspian, Bog. Okay, so Caspian, no problem, down. Bog, you kind of choke on the pie a little bit, but then you feel your magic kicking in and you bolt it down, no problem. Dinky Edwards, same thing, just chewing the pie, shrugging not very much. Vincent, you eat the first pie and...
Oh, yeah.
Just instantly
Is
vomit.
the boy nearby, the kid?
No, he's not, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay, now make me a Constitution saving throw. Constitution saving throw. Just Vincent.
Okay. Saving throw. Also disadvantage.
Do I need a
no.
dexterity save throw? I'm sitting next to him.
So no, you don't have disadvantage on this, I don't think.
Okay, saving
No,
throw.
you don't. So just a straight Constitution saving throw. Okay, not only do you vomit up, but you're poisoned as well. So you have the poison condition.
What?
You are poisoned from eating the pies.
What a great day you're having.
What a great day.
It's poisoning as well. And Irvin slaps you on the back and says, yeah, maybe train a little bit beforehand. There's also a male drow there who is just going to try and eat. And a halfling there as well. Oh, and the halfling does a similar thing. Maybe it's not true. Maybe size does matter. As the halfling, this female halfling, just looks embarrassed and wanders off the stage. Alright, another round of pies come out. So everybody except Vince. Oh, Irvin. Let's see if Irvin manages to put a pie away. He does. Just gobbles it up, no problem. And the orc brings out another round of pies. Can you all make me another Constitution check? Bog at advantage.
I am going to eat this pie like
I'm again.
No, you're out,
Vincent
buddy.
again?
You're out.
Damn it.
Vincent is out.
Yep, Vincent's out.
Okay.
Go to the hot dog
Exactly
stand.
like our DM eats a pretzel.
You're not going to let me that down. Okay, so Bog, you're feeling the momentum of it now when you just down another pie, no problem. Billy breaking a sweat. Caspian, same type of thing. You're looking at these people throwing up all around you, not phasing you in the slightest. Dinky Edward, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
And the DC was 15, so you were under the poison condition as well, Dinky, as you try and stuff it down, but pie comes out your mouth in semi-chewed state. So, yep, you throw up. What does Dinky do after he throws up?
He laughs. And
Right.
I'll leave this one to you guys. I'll eat something softer.
Okay,
Maybe yogurt or something.
the drow that's up on stage, he'll eat a pie. And same thing with him. The drow is out, the female halfling is out. Now this is for Irvin. Irvin keeps it down. Okay, he's looking a little green under the gills, but he's successfully done it. Okay, another round of pies comes up. One for Bog, one for Caspian, and one for Irvin. So same thing again. These are getting more and more difficult, by the way. So Bog and Caspian make a Constitution check, and Bog at advantage. Ooh. I'm going to take the 6, Caspian.
No, I know. This is for the throwing up the poison.
Oh, okay.
The second
Technically,
one.
it's a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what's
then it's
13 plus
18.
18. You're fine. So you throw up. Or explain to me. You do throw up, but you don't get poisoned. What does Caspian do?
Caspian basically just stands up, holds it in for a couple of seconds, walks back, throws up, and is like, "I'm out," and walks away. Just very delicate and sophisticated throwing up. If
There's such a thing.
If there is such a thing. Yeah.
Okay. We still need one from you, Bog. Constitution check with advantage.
I did the right-click roll with advantage thing on D&D Beyond,
Oh.
but it only went on my screen. Can you see that? Because I got a
I
natural
see your
20
natural
and a
20.
12.
Yes, I see it. So yep, you put it down, no problem. Irvin is looking a little green around the gills. And I make a save. Oh yeah, he throws up and he is looking very green around the gills. And he stands up, tries to hold it in, then it kind of sprays out. Some people duck out of the way in the front of him. Fortunately, it doesn't hit anybody. And he wipes his mess off his mouth, and he slaps both Caspian and... No, not Caspian, just... Oh, wait! The only person left is Bog. Yes! So Irvin and Caspian both do the Technicolor yawn thing and throws up, and you hear the crowd chanting to you, Bog. One more pie! One more pie! One more pie! You going to attempt to eat another pie?
Yeah, so Bog is just sitting in the middle with Caspian and Irvin on either side, just spewing out like a Nickelodeon slime machine. And he's just going to eat another pie.
Okay. Make another Constitution check at advantage.
With gusto.
You're struggling to shove this pie down your mouth, but you do successfully put it down as well. One more pie! One more pie! One more pie! Gonna try again?
I just say, like, I have crumbs coming out of my mouth, and I'm like mumbling, like, "Are you not entertained?"
So if you want to eat another pie, another cons check at advantage. Oh, you're stuffing the pies into your face, and you're still not managing to throw up. One more pie! One more pie!
And I look around confused, like, do I win yet, or do I have to throw up?
Oh, you've won, but they're encouraging you to eat even more. You have won the competition.
Well, I feel very secure in myself, so I'll just lick my fingers and stand up and lightly brush the crumbs off my shirt and just kind of pat Irvin and Caspian and see if they're doing all right.
What he said. Oh, I feel like shit. But you, my friend, you have a cast iron stomach. Why don't you give what the crowd wants, eh? Take another pie.
Okay, if you say so.
And that's the one that breaks you. I'll tell you what, since you were such a good sport, I'm not going to have you make a Constitution saving throw. We'll just say you just vomit up the last pie, and because you're the champion, I say, congratulations! The goblin, congratulations! What's your name again, friend?
Yeah, like being and like putting my fist in my mouth, like Bog.
Bog, the champion! And she hands you a medal.
Does it look like a pie?
It does.
I'll have to like avert my gaze from the pie.
I can't spell medal. Medal of the... Okay. So same thing with you, Bog. If you go to your, I should say, appendices, underneath that it'll say medal of meat pie. And surprise,
Nice.
surprise, it's shaped like a meat pie. And
Oh, nice. Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I don't know if you're Marco, but it's breaking to your microphone. I don't know if it's only me, but
So my nice microphone actually broke, and I'm using a temporary one. I think I was bumping my microphone. It's just sitting on the desk. Is that better?
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, I'm using a backup microphone. My very nice Blue Yeti mic broke, which made me sad. But anyway, that's my problem. So Irvin does come up to you, Bog, and he congratulates you on your cast stomach. And he says, yeah, you seem like a good type. Are you joining the festival's closing ceremony at sunset? I plan to be moseying over there myself. Will I see you there?
Yeah, I think a couple of my friends here are gonna be there too, and wouldn't pass up an opportunity to see one of those baby Horizon backs.
Yeah, that'll be great. I'll see you there. Okay. Take care, friend. And Irvin walks away.
So what's the next step, guys?
Do we? I'm looking at the map here, Malcolm. Were there things at J2 and J3 as well?
I'll give you a brief description. J2. There's a maze at J2. If you zoom on the map, you can kind of see it.
Oh yes, I do. Okay.
Yeah, so there's a maze competition there. And it hasn't started yet, but it looks like there's some type of swimming competition happening at J3.
Oof.
Well, guys, I don't care what you guys want to do, but I'm gonna sit the next one out. I need some time
What's
to,
happening? What's happening over there on J5?
That is called the
was
Wet
the
Walks
rice
Paddywhack.
cutting?
Yep.
Is what?
rice cutting competition.
Rice cutting.
You have to harvest rice.
Yeah, that sounds fun. I mean, or you guys want to try to escape the maze? The maze also sounds fun. How do you think, Jamie Ducks? What do you fancy doing?
I'm not too bothered. I quite fancy going down and have a look at the docks, though.
Oh yeah, you're a
Should
sailor,
we have a
right?
wander down that way?
Well, the maze is right by the dock, so we could, kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah,
Aye, why not? Why not?
yeah. Let's go. Let's go there.
Okay, so you wander through the streets, down through the festivities, and you arrive kind of near the docks. And what you see, so there's a maze has been constructed out of 4-foot tall woods of wooden planks lashed together with ropes and propped up between sandbags. Banners are hung over the openings to the maze, signifying the entrance and the exit. The passageways of the maze are 5 feet wide. Off to the side, a tan feathered Aarakocra sits on a chair 30 feet above the ground, giving him a vantage point where he can see the whole area. A small crowd is gathering and heckling the people inside. And near the entrance, you see Maggie and Dermot again. And Maggie, with her more deep, booming voice, you can kind of hear above the clatter of the crowd. And she says, "Oh God, I know I wasn't that good at the arm wrestling competition. It's quite embarrassing, really. But this is my chance to prove that, I'm not just a big dumb ogre. I've got my brains about me, and I know how to get through this maze. But Dermot, let me tell you, I'm just too big. I can't physically get in there. So, why don't you go, and I'll tell you where to go." Well, What do you think? And you hear, I don't know, Maggie. I think even with your instructions, I'm likely to come to a dead end, and a dead end is disqualification. I'm not so sure I should do this. I mean, no, I tell you what, you're a friend, and I want to break these stereotypes that you so often talk about, Maggie. I will give it a go. Now tell me, what do I need to do? And Maggie gets down on one knees, Dermot gets up on his tippy toes, and you hear Maggie whispering something into Dermot's ears about how to enter the maze. And the Aarakocra flies down from its perch and lands in front of you and says, "Well, hello! Who would be interested in testing their navigation skills and one's memory and compete in my one-shot solution, as I call it? You have one shot only to complete this. Who is interested to give my maze a test?"
Real quick, Malcolm. From what we heard, from what just happened, did it sound like the Maggie and the Dermot Goblin were like colluding to cheat a little bit, or were they just helping each other? I'm confused.
It seems like Maggie studied the maze, and you can see the maze from where you are as well. You can study it as well if you like. And Maggie's figures she's cracked a solution, but Maggie is just physically too big. She's just too big to get in. She's of large size, and you guys are medium size in D&D terms. And so she's trying to tell Dermot, this is how you solve the maze. But Maggie's physically just too big to go in.
Maybe as the Aarakocra was coming down, I would, as I noticed this, I would just kind of walk over and playfully nudge Dermot and be like, looks like you're not always opposed to taking help from others, are you?
Look, Maggie, it's perfectly acceptable to study the maze beforehand. And Maggie studied it, but she's too big to go in, so I'm just acting as a friend.
That's okay. That's all right. Whatever makes you feel better.
Yeah. Okay. And you notice his cheeks are glowing a bright red.
And then Bog will volunteer to go
Okay.
too.
And Jimmy Ducks is definitely going for this one. He thinks this is his kind of thing.
So Jimmy Ducks, Bog, anybody else?
Vincent is, I think he's not going, by the way. He's kind of still feeling nauseated a little bit. And I'm just gonna watch this one, guys. I think you guys got it.
Edward?
I want to bet. Where is the dealer? I want to bet.
There is no gambling on this competition, I'm afraid. You'd have to find your own arrangements, but this is just a battle of one's navigation skills. What about you, good sir? Dressed for the occasion, I see. What would you like to compete? He says, talking to Caspian.
Oh, no, I've just eaten a few pies too many. I'm sitting this one out.
Oh, yes,
Definitely.
I see that. And Aarakocra reaches out an arm/wing and starts brushing off crumbs that you didn't notice from the bind competition on your clothes. Yes,
I've got this. And he's just gonna press the meditation, beat himself, and then just probably walk over to Maggie and have a chat with her.
Okay. So Caspian's a no. Just Bog and Jimmy Ducks, I think. Edward, did we ask Edward? You young man. You look like you'd be smart, clever, the gift of youth. You should do this, no problem.
Edward was already confident in his skills since he guided the whole group through the swamp without ever getting us lost. So he's gonna study the maze a bit from the outside, kind of see where the end point is, kind of see where the dead ends are,
Okay.
try to memorize it and go in.
As I said, the walls are 4 foot tall, so you can kind of get up on your tippy toes and get a better view on it. Can you make me an investigation check?
Yes.
Okay, you study the maze, try and spot the dead ends and bits and pieces, but it's not quite making a lot of sense. 13's not good enough. You look around, try and get the angles. It's not helping you at all. Everything is confusing you.
Nope, he certainly helped, and he goes in confidently.
Okay. Bog, Jimmy, are you going to study the maze?
Yeah, I'm gonna study the maze, and I'm gonna try and I'm gonna look at the maze, and I'm gonna look at the maze in relation to the sun, and use my kind of nature survival skill to kind of find where the dead ends are, and kind of look at based on the positioning of the sun where I might want to stay away from. And I'm pretty tall too. I mean, I'm like 7 feet, so I should be able to see pretty clearly.
Are you trying to convince the DM to do a survival check instead?
I mean, whatever feels good in the moment. I don't know.
No, I'll tell you what. Let's leave it down to fate. 1 to 3, you can use your survival check. An investigation check, please.
Got it.
Yeah, same with you. Look around, try and find the angles, look at the shadows. Not making a lot of sense. And who was the last one? It was Jimmy. Do you want to study the maze?
Oh, absolutely. I'm trying to see which is my best skill so I can try and persuade you to let me use that one. So can I be very acrobatic and jump over the side? I'm not even going to convince myself, am I?
There's a word for that. It's called cheating. You can't jump into the maze before you go into the maze.
Fair point. Okay. In that case, I will roll you an investigation check, I guess.
Oh man, you were all so close. The DC was 14.
I have a question. Did
Yes.
Dermot already go? Did Dermot already go into the maze?
No. Still talking to Maggie.
Okay. I'm going. Does one person go in and they have to wait a long time, or how does that work?
Yeah, one person goes in one after the other, and the Aarakocra approaches you and says, "Let me just be perfectly clear about this competition. My name is Sharpwatch, by the way. It is an absolute pleasure to meet you. So the rules of the competition: one person at a time. No one may shout directions from the outside, and if you enter a dead end, I will come swoop you, remove you from the maze, and that is it. You are done. Cost 3 silver pieces to enter, and if you win, I have a nice medal prepared for you. But no cheating. If you get stuck at the end of a maze, it's stuck at a dead end, and I see you, I will come and swoop you, and you'll be out of the competition. Are there any questions?" Well, good luck. Just hand over your 3 silver pieces, and we will go from there. Okay, so with this, Dermot gets ready to navigate the maze. He's going to go in first. And people are on the outside, kind of sitting on almost grandstands. They can see a little bit into the maze. They can see where Dermot is. And just bring up his stat sheets. Okay, so you can do it. We can do it, Dermot. I believe in you, says Maggie from the side there. And he is going to bring up his character sheet. And he is going to make a check. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Oh, no. Wait. Maggie says, "Oh, good luck. I believe in you." And Dermot says, "Okay, I think I got this." And you hear Meg say, "Remember what I told you?" And Dermot says, "Yeah." And Dermot immediately turns to the left. Maggie doesn't say anything, but Dermot then says, and he turns around and goes the other way. And then you see him deftly navigating through the maze. And he pops through the other side. Successful. Ha ha! Congratulations, Dermot. And she places a medal around his neck. That looks like has a maze shape on the surface. Right, who wants to go next? We have the. How about you, Furbolg? Would you like to have a go? Come on, pay off three silver pieces.
Yeah, I'll pay the 3 silver pieces, and Bog feels a little more confident because he also has this Outlander background where he can recall the general layout and has an excellent memory for maps and geography, so he feels confident.
Can you bring up that description, please? But I agree.
Yeah,
I think this is going to be very useful.
I don't know how do I do this?
There's a button that says Dispel in VTT, I think. Or I could just look it up. So this is for Bog. This is your Outlander background, right? Ah, there we go.
There we go.
You
Oh, but it doesn't. It doesn't give the actual feature. Here.
You can always recall the general layout and other features around you. Tell you what, I'll say what I would have amounted that to is you getting a bonus or for your investigation check. So I'm going to say that as you're studying it, you get you're going to pass the investigation check with your excellent memory for maps and layouts. So in other words, you studied the map, you know it well. The question is whether you can memorize it well, which is where your survival check at advantage now will come in. So make a survival check at advantage as you enter the maze. You almost jog through the maze. No problem whatsoever. You're just toying with the maze. And the Aarakocra is watching you closely, almost like a tennis umpire, and looks down and hands you the middle of the maze. Okay, we'll do it this way. This one does have art, but I'm going to put it in Discord. That's what the art looks like. And I'll show you what the abilities you get from this.
And I wouldn't know enough to give the whole layout, of course, to Jemmy, but after I leave, I would just walk over to him and maybe give him just a tip or two that might help him out.
Okay. Let me just share this middle with you, Bog. So that's exactly what the middle of the maze does. Okay. So you're giving help to Jimmy, I think you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You good, sir. Go close, be smart and no cheating. I'll be watching from above. And as you enter the maze, Jimmy, you can make a survival check too.
So before I do that, I'm just going to let you know that I'm actually going to be trying to track where Bog's been, because obviously, such a large beast.
You'd see me for sure. Right.
I should, yeah. And there'll be kind of big footprints and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to see if I can get away with doing that.
Survival.
Okay. Yeah, I did it so well.
Yeah, unfortunately this has been traps through the entire day. There's tracks everywhere. And you come to a dead end. What do you do, Jimmy Ducks?
I'm going to stealth.
Okay,
And
so
try
that,
and move backwards as quickly as possible.
so the Aarakocra is watching you as closely as she can, and looking at the wrong thing here. You can make me a stealth check. Alright, you! The rules were very clear, mister. I need to remove you from the maze. Don't hide under the bales. No, not acceptable. And the Aarakocra comes down, says, hold on! Do you hold on, Jimmy?
Yes, I will do, yeah.
And the Aarakocra comes and deposits you on the other side. And Dermot can't help but give a little smirk in your direction. Huh? Better luck next time. Maybe a battle of the brawn will be better for you.
And
Don't
Jimmy will
be
just
so
laugh
cocky.
at that.
You only did it because you had Maggie's help.
Who's next? Best of luck to the next competitor.
And with that, I'm gonna wink to Maggie and just say like, well done.
Thank you. Edward.
Yeah, the goblin said if I spot you going into a dead end, right? So Edward hears that as a challenge, and he's gonna try his best to hide from his line of sight before attempting to go anywhere onto this. He's gonna make sure he loses.
Okay.
Goblin can't see him before he goes into the maze.
The goblin or the Aarakocra?
Sorry, yes. The Aarakocra.
Okay. So what we'll do it story-wise is you enter the maze and you immediately go into stealth mode. Okay?
Yes.
So Edward, make a stealth check to start with.
Oh, balls.
Okay, you see the Aarakocra watching your every move. Okay, now make a survival check.
Of course.
And you end up into a dead end once again. So you see the Aarakocra kind of peering over in your direction. What do you do?
I leg it. Wrong turn, and I quickly backtrack as fast as I can. Try to the walls are made of bushes, right? I try and go through a wall.
They're constructed by wooden planks lashed together with ropes and propped up between sandbags.
Oh, okay. So I can possibly go through one. Yeah, then I quickly leg it and start going the other way.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. Once you're at a dead end, friend, that is it. I simply must insist that I escort you out from the maze now. And the Aarakocra swoops down right next to you. Come on my back, off we go.
All right.
Best, well done for trying, but yes, unfortunately did not succeed, and deposits you outside of the ring, outside of the maze. And so of that one, only Bog succeeded. Edward, nope. Jimmy Ducks, nope. Vincent didn't compete. Caspian didn't compete. Sounds like someone was breaking up there for a sec. Anyway, I'll carry on.
Yeah.
So, Maggie comes up to you, Bog, and she says, hello again. I think your name was Bog, right?
Yeah. And you're Maggie, right?
Maggie, yeah. Pleasure to meet you. You did a pretty good job on that maze. Congratulations.
Oh. Thank you. You know, we missed you at the piting competition. We expected to have your competition there.
Well, it almost seemed like an unfair advantage. I can put 20 pies away without eating. I kind of tried to go there, but I was quickly escorted away. But that's all right. Well, I just want to say, you seem like a smart person. You solved a maze. It's quite impressive.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm a wanderer, as they say. You know, I've explored a lot, and it helps I can see over the tops, kind of like you. So.
We are. Man, you're tall. You're taller than most people I meet. He says, looking down at your huge 7-foot frame from his massive 12-foot from her massive 12-foot frame. You know, they used to say that furbolgs just like to stay in nature, hug trees, plant berries. But I get the impression you're not like that, right?
Yeah, that's right. You know, I left my clan at our kind of ancestral forest a couple years ago, and my dad was a trader and a merchant, so we traveled all along. Where was it? Oh yeah, we traveled all around Wildemount to the west of here, and yeah, I'm a little bit more of a wanderer or an explorer than most of my kind.
Well, that is good. I like people who kind of, break the stereotypes of what people are all about. Now, most people see me and they laugh, especially when they learn my name is Maggie. You know, ogres are usually like Grunk and Groth and Biff and Bash, but my name's Maggie, and people often laugh at me for that. But I'm smart. I worked out this maze. Well, I was too big to go in it, of course, but I gave my little Dermot friend some helpful hints. But I like it that you're not living up to the stereotypical furball cliches. Like I myself, I like poetry, I like music, and I like people like yourself who get involved in a friendly battle of wits, shall we say. Now I know we've talked about this before, but I'll see you at the closing ceremonies, and maybe we can both compete in the final competition. What do you say?
I say, well, Maggie, I think your name is very pretty, and from one kind of black sheep of their kind, if you will, to another, I'll definitely see you there.
Okay, you've got a friend in Maggie. And she slaps you on the back in a friendly type of way. You stumble. Well, make a strength check.
Yeah, she breaks my spine in half.
You are dead.
You stand up to her, slap on the back, no problem. You get the impression she wasn't trying to hurt you, but being
right.
Even towering over the very tall bar. But you brace yourself and you
right.
don't stumble.
She's huge.
Yeah, she's huge. 12 foot tall, as I said before. Okay, so Maggie wanders away along with Dermot.
I'll just go back to the rest of the party and I'll be like, man, there are some real friendly people here at this competition. This festival.
Yeah, it seems you guys are making some friends along the way. That's nice.
Well, you made a friend too, Vincent. That little kid will probably never forget you.
I mean, I want to return the favor, but he disappeared.
A piece of him will be with you forever.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's now time to see Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy wanted to see the docks.
Put his ears of sailor in test here to see like if this guy is made of the sea.
You got to remember that the other ones. I think the other contest was swimming, wasn't it? I'm more built for being on a boat than in the water with it. But
But
let's go and have a look. Let's go
You need
see.
to know how to swim, right? To be a sailor.
Most of my shipmates couldn't swim.
Really?
Yeah.
So
To be
if
fair,
the,
most of my shipmates aren't here anymore, but that's another story.
so if the ship sinks, then everybody's is dead. Is that so?
Well, to a degree, I guess. Not many people who are living on boats always know how to swim. Some do, but not all.
Yeah, it seems that you do, right?
We'll find out.
Yeah. Let's see.
Why don't we go down? Let's see what's in. Let's see
Yeah.
what boats and ships are there and what people are around. It's always nice to be by the sea.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so let's take some quick notes. Okay, so you head down to the wharf area of this festival, and like it's right. This is the Ethelon River here. Who you kind of followed the way here, and several people on the piers arguing among myself and venting their ire at a spry goblin who responds to their anger with an amused expression. Suddenly, a brash voice cuts through the chatter, and a blue-skinned woman pushes her way through the crowd and stands protectively in the front of the goblin, yelling, "She is not going to say it again! If you're here with a team, only one member of your team can participate in this challenge. The rules are clear, and if you can't handle it, get off the pier!" And after just a couple of seconds, small groups of people begin to quietly murmur among themselves. And the person who kind of took over from this goblin as people were just shouting at them and things were getting out of control looks like this. This was the figure that you saw spying on you before. And I agree, she does look like Jester, but she is not Jester. Okay, and after she's vented her frustration, she wanders up to... I'm going to get this wrong again. Galsiriad Ardeth, the drow you met before. Let me put him up again, just so you can be clear. So it's this person here, again. And you see the blue-skinned woman and Galsariad are talking back and forth. And can you all make me a perception check, please? Perception.
Who's that for?
Everybody.
Everyone. Okay.
Yes.
Boom.
13. Oh, natural 20 from Jimmy Ducks.
Bog's just looking around. He's not even paying attention.
Okay. We're still missing one. Vincent. Perception check.
Okay.
Okay, so Bog's looking around, maybe sizing up the competition, not paying attention. But you hear Gatsariad saying, "Ayo, this is, we need to make ourselves, put ourselves forward, and we need to get to that final competition. It will be most glorious. We need to win this to increase our chances of this." And he looks around and he says, "So don't tell anyone, but I will cast the Long Strider spell on you, which will... You do not do such a thing! I will swim this, and I will win, and I will win it with honor. Galsariad, we haven't known this union each other for this time, but I am strong, I am capable, I do not need your help." And Galsariad says, "Oh, I am truly, dreadfully sorry. I know how much you win this competition, but I can respect your need to win it under your own steam. I apologize." And the blue-skinned woman says, "Fine, sister, don't do it again. We will win on honor and on honor alone. I do not need the help. Okay. So, the goblin who is being shouted at gets control of the competition. And he says, hello! Welcome to the Ethelon River Plunge. Each entry to this contest cost 5 silver pieces. The goal of this challenge is to swim upstream through the rushing waters of the Ethelon, and you see up there is a rusted spear. And it's sticking out of a rotten wooden post. Your job is to grab the spear and bring it back here. And let's see, we have you, she says, pointing to the blue-skinned woman. You, the orc you're in, a human goblin. We need one more contestant. We need one more participant. Who is interested in entering? One more, please.
So he'll look around and no one. If no one moves forward, Jemmy will step forward. Hi, I'll try this. Yes, why not?
All right. Okay. 5 silver pieces, if you'd be so kind.
Okay, I'll hand them over.
Okay. Has anybody else that people want to do before we start on this?
Can I bet? I want to bet.
So just give me 1 second. I just got to set something up, and then I'll get to the bet. Heroes. This is not strictly a betting thing, but you can make an investigation check if you like, Vincent, to see if you can find someone to bet with. So make an investigation.
Okay.
Oh, yep, thank you for rolling for disadvantage. And, oh, by the way, with the intervening time that's going on, those who are under the poison condition are no longer under the poison condition. So you're feeling a lot better. So nobody's poisoned anymore. Okay, so you do find someone. It's a halfling. Rather strangely for a halfling, he's got a bit of a longish beard, scruffy brown hair, kind of hastily put back into a ponytail. And says, hello, are you looking to put a friendly wager on this?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, well, tell you what, how do you want to do this bet? There's 5 participants over there. How are we going to do this?
Yeah. You just say who you think you are going to win. And I'll do the same. And
I think that blue-skinned lady, she was quite the talker, shouted people into place, even though it wasn't technically her place to do that. I'm going to put my money on her. Who do you think? There's the orc, the human, the goblin, and the other human.
Do you see that human there? The tan one that looks that he was in the beach like for all his life. So yeah, he has his strange hair. Yeah, I'm bet on him. He's gonna win. See those strong arms? Yeah, he was made for it.
All right. So, if what's the wager, friend?
I like to high risk, high reward. So I'm gonna bet 5 gold on him.
All right, 5 gold it is. So if the blue-skinned woman wins, you owe me 5 gold pieces. If your friend wins, well, that's another 5 gold pieces to me. And if none of them wins, well, we'll just call it even, shall we?
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So 5 gold pieces betted by Vincent. Here is the Ethelon River Plunge. So this is your competitors, Jimmy. This is you, of course. This is the blue-skinned woman. You don't know her name yet. There's also a male orc, which is this gentleman. Another human here. Technically, there should have been a female human, but she's a female human that likes to grow a beard. And this is the goblin. Okay. So, You see, everybody flexing and getting ready. The blue skin lady is just kind of looking around, doing some casual stretching, and she looks over to you and kind of nods at you, Jimmy. So you're a bit of a swimmer, are you?
So he's going to reply, but as he's replying, he's doing those kind of the lunges that but really badly. That just makes it look slightly creepy. And so he said, "Well, I've had a bath or two in my time. What about you, my dear? You fish like, are you? You that quick?"
Let's just say that the sea and I has quite the relationship. I was born around the sea. I swam in the sea. I consider myself one with the sea. Jimmy, make a perception check.
Yep, sure. Oh.
Okay, you don't pick up on something. Yes, so I was born around the sea. This is, I hate to say it, but you're betting against the odds. But best of
That might be the
luck, all the
case.
same.
Might be the case. Well, we're here for fun, aren't we? So
It is
all
fun.
the best to you as well.
All the best. Tell me, I've seen you around here. Are those people with you? She says, speaking to Bog, Caspian, and so on.
Yeah, they were my mates. Yeah, we came into town all together. I think we might have seen you in the square.
Yes, I've been wandering around.
Right.
Yeah, my friend over there, Galsariat, he's mentioned you before. He seems to be quite impressed with that human over there. I believe he said his name was Caspian. Very impressed, he said, with his intellect and his wit.
That's right. Yeah, he was in the shop when Caspian. Well, we were all trying, but Caspian did the riddles. He was very quick indeed. He's a clever man.
He was There's quite a respect for him, and Gasiliad is not often. I mean, he's my friend, but I feel even at certain points he's looking down on me. So for him to present such a compliment about your friend, I would treat that as extra special.
Oh, well, that's fascinating. I shall make sure he knows. That sort of thing's good information.
Let's see how good a swimmer you are, shall we?
I don't see it as swimming, more sinking with style.
Well, technically, this competition is not a swimming competition. It's a bring the spear back to the dock competition. But best of luck to you.
Thank
Okay.
you, and to you.
And temporarily lost my place. Okay.
Where are the rest of us on this map? Are we on the pier or outside the pier? Is there like a crowd?
Yep.
Right.
Or just around here. There's lots of other people here as well, but if you want your token on there we go. Am I missing anybody? I'm definitely missing somebody. Bog. So there's 5. There we go. So there's lots of other people there, like crowds all around here. The goblin who's organizing this race. So yeah, all just hanging around down here. Is it something you wanted to do, or?
I'm just gonna start persuading the crowd to start chanting for Jemmy.
Make a persuasion check.
Phew. It kind of was doing a solo, it seems.
It's like that embarrassing person in a sports stadium who tries to start the wave and nobody else does. So it's just a single person wave, single person
Go.
cheer section.
Go, Jemmy! Go! Very loud stands out of the crowd like one of those awkward silences just about when I start cheering for Jemmy. And
You
everybody
cheer.
looks
You
at me.
see,
The crowd goes quiet. And
you
then
see,
they
you
kick off
see
again.
Vicente is trying to cheer, but every time he tries to shout, he starts to cough and yeah, he's in bad shape.
So the goblin wanders up onto the pier. He invites you all just to go into the water. It'll be they don't get to jump in to start, and this is where you all find yourselves. Is that right? First to bring back the spear wins. Okay. I wish you luck, good luck, and don't mind the sharks. Go! And, okay, so we're going to have to roll initiative here. Just Jimmy, though. Let's roll into initiative, Jimmy.
Oh. The initiative.
I didn't actually have...
I didn't attach it to my token, sorry.
That's right. Just roll again, and then you can edit your token. This will be for the other human. This will
That's
be
a good
for
tactic.
the orc. So the other
Yeah, that's definitely what I rolled to start with.
I didn't get the orc on the turn. Add turn 3. Okay, so you're all in the water. She says, "On your marks, get set, go!" And Jimmy, your first.
No. Sorry, Malcolm, I haven't edited it. It should be a 7.
Ah, okay.
Just trying to do it. I couldn't let you go ahead and let me go first.
So just click on the 19 and change it to a 7 in the turn order.
Oh, that's where I do it. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, got it.
There you go. Okay, so the goblin strangely goes forward. Now everybody's obviously swimming as fast as they can, and so the goblin is going to start churning through the water, and he does an excellent start. He gets a full 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just absolutely killing it, getting towards it. And yeah, just churns forward. Okay, so dashes forward. The human tries to swim, churning through the water again, but she gets just 15 feet and ends up with 1 level of exhaustion. You see the human just puffing and huffing. The blue skin lady, she jumps into the water and just pounds through. Boosh, just swimming almost fish-like. And Jimmy, can you make me an athletics check, please? So you go forward, you struggle, you get forward, you're really finding it hard going. You also suffer a point of exhaustion as you're struggling through the water, not getting very far at all. The orc, last to go, starts churning through the water, and he... So the goblin, the blue skin lady, and the orc are just powering ahead of the 2 humans. Actually, 2 humans are being left behind. Oh, I've got Ayu Jabi on there twice. We'll remove that one. And so, the goblin, off to the early lead. He starts churning through, and he looks back and says, "Stinky humans, can't swim." Okay, the goblin starts churning through the water. Stupid ship. He takes an instant gulp of water and he starts choking on the water, taking 1 level of exhaustion. The human says, "Do not count me out yet." As he coughs, going to roll a disadvantage. And he goes forward and he's at 2 levels of exhaustion. He's looking just absolutely wrecked. The blue skin lady, she looks back and kind of grins at the rest of you, and she churns forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, getting very close to it. Jimmy, same thing with you, but athletics at disadvantage because you are exhausted. Oh! Coming back from the dead, Jimmy powers on ahead, finding his second wind. Pulls up right next to the goblin, but still trailing behind the lady. Do you do anything else, Jimmy? Do you say anything?
No, he's concentrating on where she is in the water.
Okay.
That's all.
The orc. CD20. Oh, the orc starts spluttering. Taking in water. Splutters. Takes 1 point of exhaustion and is trailing behind. The goblin, who's not exhausted. Oh no, 1 point of exhaustion. He will turn through once again at disadvantage. And he pulls up next to Ayujab, the blue skinned woman, but is starting to choke onto the water. Taking 2 points of exhaustion. The human, he starts coughing and spluttering, and he's not moving anywhere, and he starts putting his hands up in the water. Help! 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 And some kind-hearted people jump into the water and drag him back to land as he almost administered CPR, and he is out of the competition. Ayo starts pounding ahead again, and she successfully gets up to the spear, and she's going to try and wrench the spear free with an athletics check, and she just yanks it out, no problem. And she has the spear, and she's turning around, getting ready to swim back. Jimmy, what do you do?
So, Jimmy's going to still look like he's swimming towards her, but he's going to significantly slow down to save energy. And he's basically going to wait for her to come back level to him. And then he's got an action in mind.
Okay.
Will he prepare an action, or?
Yeah, I was just wondering, can I prepare it at this stage? But then I have to tell you what it is.
Yeah, you do. That's the deal. So
yeah. Okay, I'll prepare the action. When she comes alongside, when they cross, and he's always going to track where she's swimming back, he's going to try and steal the spear from her.
Okay. Okay, so we'll have you as a prepared action. Okay. As she grabs the spear and grabs it, the water starts churning up around you, and you notice a couple of sharks appear in the water. So we'll get them into initiative as well. Okay, so yeah, she grabs it. So who just went? It was
Me.
It's me. So Jimmy had a turn. The orc is going to do the same thing you do. It's just going to prepare an action. She's come at me. And the reef shark, 1 to 2, it's going for Jimmy. Okay, so it turns its attention away to Ayo, and it just breaks the surface of the water, tries to bite her, and does, and it takes a chunk out of her leg, and she screams, and you see blood pouring from her, but she doesn't retaliate to the She doesn't retaliate from the shark. She just pushes on, seeming determined to win this competition, even though it might cost her a leg. But it takes a significant chunk out of her. Blood appears in the water. The other reef shark will go for the goblin. Once again, teeth baring, jumps out of the goblin. The goblin definitely ducks out the way and is just trying to avoid the shark at this time. And you hear the goblin say, "Ah! Bang this! And is attempting to swim back the other way. So first of all, athletics check at disadvantage. It fails, so it goes 3 points. Suffers 3 points of exhaustion. The reef shark is going to take an attack of opportunity, bites at him, but misses, even with advantage.
Malcolm, if we see sharks attacking, are we allowed to try and help them?
Tell you what, let's roll everybody into initiative, and you can tell me... So everybody roll into initiative. Edward, Bog, Vincent, Caspian. And when it gets to your turn, you can decide what you want to do. So everybody roll into initiative.
Oh dear.
It was a good idea, though.
Okay, I think that's everybody in, but it's the blue-haired lady's turn. So this goblin chomps onto her leg, and you see the blood gushing. She grabs the spear. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa! She does grab the spear, and she's going to make her check. Ooh! With the thing grabbing onto her leg, the first time anyway, she does take a point of exhaustion. She fails her swim check for the first time. She's huffing and puffing, and this shark is going to take an attack of opportunity against her, and hits again, and more blood starts gushing out of the lady, but she is pushing on. Jimmy. Fortunately, she didn't swim as far as you were expecting. She's not there to you yet, so you don't get your prepared action.
So I'm guessing that Jemmy Ducks can see the shark attacks going in.
Yep.
From that distance, because I guess he's quite low down in the water, isn't he?
Yep.
Okay, so he's just going to shout out to her to keep swimming towards him. Forget the competition. Just save yourself. Come here, and safety in numbers.
Are you persuading, or you have something devious in mind? So
No. I'm actually genuinely trying to help. So
okay.
I guess it's persuasion.
Persuasion, yep.
11.
Okay, we'll see how she reacts when it comes to her round. But you're basically saying, "Come to me, keep safe. I'll try and keep you from the sharks as best I can."
Yeah, myself and the orc that's next to me.
That's an orc.
Yeah, it's just to try and get us all grouped together and fight them off if necessary.
Okay, cool. But I'll say that's just an interaction. You still have your turn.
Okay, just bear with me. What's 30 feet? So I'm going to drop that prepared action. And I am, because I'm just within range of that there shark. And I have animal friendship as a spell.
Ooh.
I'm going to try and make friends with it. Because, know, that's what you do. So what do I need to do for that? So if it's got an intelligence of 4 or higher, it fails automatically. Otherwise, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
It does not have an intelligence of 4 or higher. It needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
And the DC is 14.
And the DC 14. So, okay, so you cast Animal Friendship trying to reach out to the shark. And the words you speak seem to get to the shark. It fails its wisdom saving throw. So what does that mean mechanically?
So I've convinced it in that case that I don't mean it any harm. So it's now charmed by me for 24 hours. So I guess that means I can give it a basic command. It doesn't say so on the spell, but I think that's about it.
Charm means it won't attack you. It considers you a trusted ally.
Right, okay. In that case, I'm going to move myself forward and try and get between the blue skin lady and the shark.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Okay.
Okay, so you do propel yourself forward because you took the time to cast the spell, you can only move forward 3 squares. So that's where you get to on the end of your turn.
Okay, awesome, thanks.
Okay, but there was this shark here that's charmed by you,
Yes,
so I'll
that
just
one.
mark that
Yep.
shark. Okay, the orc is going to do something. I'm not going to want to say, but all you see is some swimming in the water. The shark comes right up next to you. Starts like it's going to attack the blue-skinned lady. I'm going to say you're going to get into its head and discourage it from doing that in your animal friendship way. But it's still going to attack her, but it's going to do so at disadvantage. And this time you just... Oh, how do you prevent the shark from biting this lady? Because it would have hit.
So it's quite close to me, isn't it? So I think what's just going to happen is that I'm going to wave my foot in front of it, and it recognises me as a friend, and therefore just sort of backs away because it's not sure what to do.
Okay, cool. And the lady says, "What are you doing? Save yourself. This is a competition. Thank you. But get yourself to safety. What are you doing?"
Don't worry about me. I've already done something to this particular shark. You just get yourself away. You're injured. I'm not bothered so much about a competition if someone's going to get hurt.
Okay. Vincent, do you do anything?
Yes. I'm. Let me see here. I think I. So are we with our weapons or no? We left our weapons behind.
Yeah, you have your weapons. You have everything at your disposal.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna try to shoot the shark if.
Sure, you'll do so at disadvantage as it's kind of in the water. But yeah, you can absolutely try and shoot the shark.
Okay, disadvantage. Crossbow.
So you take careful aim at the shark despite your poisoned and, well, actually just exhausted state, and you aim with your crossbow, pull back, take a shot, and it hits the shark. Roll damage.
Okay, nice. 6 piercing damage.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so you shoot the shark. The shark, there's more blood now. It's not just the lady's ones, it's the shark's one as well. Okay, good shot. Caspian. Caspian/David.
Sorry. I'm gonna take a few steps forward to get a bit closer to the action, but I'm not gonna do anything else.
Okay, just watching it from a distance. Okay, cool. Bog.
Yep.
A little disadvantaged here. Jemmy looks like the little health bar on his top still has health, so I'm not too concerned. And these like sharks in the picture aren't really there. It's just the shark tokens, right?
Yep, just the tokens. Yep.
Just the tokens. Well, not really anything I can do. Let's see. Okay, so I will run over. So I did this earlier. This is 30 feet from here. From here to the dock is 30. So I'll go right by Caspian.
Mm-hmm.
I would go to like the very, very tip of as far out on the dock as I can.
Sure.
And then, oh, that's 60 feet. Okay, but I would do, I'm going to cast Fairy Fire in, it's a 20-foot cube, and the range is 60 feet. So 60 feet is right on Jemmy. So I'll just do fairy fire on a 20-foot cube centered on Jemmy, so that he'd be able to see all the different creatures that might be there outlined in, let's say, green light.
Do you get to choose
And
the
then
targets, or is it everybody in there?
it's each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light of your choice. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light.
Okay.
Oh, so any creature, it has to fail a Dex saving throw.
And are you trying to cunningly target just on the shark so it doesn't get Jimmy and the lady?
Yes.
Because Fairy Fire will make this thing easy to hit.
Yeah, I want to cast it on the shark, right, but not Jemmy. So however I would position that.
Okay. I think it's a square, so we'll say the shark. What type of save is it?
Dex.
Dex. Oh, the shark manages to avoid it and doesn't get lit up. It rolled a 19 on its Dex save. And there's there's about 5 or so fish under here just innocently swimming around that are glowing brightly. And a third shark appears, see these brightly glowing fish, and just absolutely feasts on all these fish below who are very easy targets for it.
Good. Well, that's it for me.
Yep, okay. The other reef shark will go after the goblin. I mean, these sharks are obviously natural swimmers. It tries to bite the goblin. Oh dear. It chomps into the goblin. The goblin says, "No, get off me, get off me, get off me!" And it grabs, splits the goblin in half, and starts feasting on the corpse of the goblin. Io says, keep this thing off me! And she starts swimming away. But she's really struggling now. She gets 3, 2, 3. And 2 things happened. You're gonna interfere with the shark again, Jimmy?
Yes, yeah, that's my only focus right now.
Okay, she bites at disadvantage and misses. Thanks once again to the disadvantage. Otherwise, that would have been a natural 20. The orc is going to try and wrest the spear off of her. He is going to make an athletics. Does he have athletics? No, he doesn't, but he has that. Rolls a 5. She rolls a 13. So the orc tries to, "Give me that spear. I will win this competition." And I says, "No, this is mine. You cannot have it. Do what the human said. Get yourself to safety first." And she's struggling now with the effects of the shark attack. Jimmy.
So I'm going to move back alongside her, and basically I'm waiting for her to need help with the with swimming back. She's still got one end of the spear though, hasn't she?
Yeah.
So they're still actually currently fighting, or was that sort of stopped?
The orc tried to grab it but failed. She has the spear.
Yeah, so she's definitely got. Oh, right, okay. So I'm just gonna, half keeping an eye on the shark, half keeping an eye on her, and make it obvious that I'm just trying to get her back to safety now.
Okay. Do you move?
Yeah, sorry, that might help if I move, wouldn't it?
If you want to just sidle up beside you, we'll say you don't even need to roll for that. Edward, any help from the shore?
Yes, I'm just going, seeing that the goblin just got absolutely murdered, going to walk to the end of the pier and start throwing arrows. I don't want to kill the shark because this is his habitat. I just want to try and persuade him from chasing Jemmy and the other contestants. I'm just going to shoot warning arrows at him.
Okay, so make an attack at disadvantage.
Disadvantage, you said?
because the shark's in the water.
Oh dear.
So you fire off your longbow, and it sails through the air and splashes right next to the shark. We'll see how the shark reacts next time. And I need to go in just a minute, so we're going to go through until the top of the turn. Then I need to pick up my kids, but this is okay. So the orc is going to try and grab it once again, making a strength check, and Io is going to do the same thing. She retains hold of it again. The reef shark is going to attack Io again. It's going to be a disadvantage thanks to the help action. Still manages to get through. Takes another chunk out of her leg. She takes another 5 points of damage. Vincent, to round off today's session, what do you do?
Sorry. I'm going to shoot again the shark that murdered
The goblin?
the goblin.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just going to try to kill it. That's what Vincent do. He kills stuff.
Okay, another excellent shot. Flies through, pierces through the water, and hits this shark.
Yeah.
12 points of damage. Okay, as I said, I need to go, guys, but thank you very much, and we'll finish this off next time.
Yeah.
Thanks,
yeah.
Malcolm. See you guys.
Okay,
Thanks,
see you
Malcolm.
guys next
See you,
week.
everybody.
Thank you, thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.